That's an excellent job.
Oh, I see what you did there. Yep. What are we doing?
Lasai.
Yep.
The
Now
size
I'm gonna
only
do a
strengthens it.
print, and it's gonna work just fine. Thank you very much, little mister. Fucking snipping
This
tool.
entire computer be sans.
What's that sound?
That's
Oh,
the printer.
It sounded like it was not coming from there. It sounded like it was coming from a further away place.
Could
And
be
it
the
was
3D
loud.
printer.
What?
Could be the 3D printer.
No, I don't think it was that. It was the
3D
printer.
printed.
Oh.
3D printed the real printer.
Yeah, when you run out
That
of paper,
would be
you got
awesome.
What
you know,
if you 3D printed a 3D printer?
You.
Inception.
It just keeps going.
It is possible.
It just gets smaller and smaller.
There
and
are
smaller.
some pieces that you can't, but
It's like that when the hydraulic press machine pressed smaller hydraulic
there's a
presses.
manufacturer.
We're all
It's
stacked down on
actually
each other now.
the printer that he wants to buy.
Boom.
The manufacturer, they have
It's one of my favorite YouTube
like
channels.
300 of their
Just wanna watch things
3D printers set up,
Yeah, it's a good one.
and then all they're doing is they're producing the
Vanessa
parts
doesn't understand.
that they sell in the kits for their printers.
Fucking Stretch Armstrong next. Like, really stretch?
Quit doubting me. I don't need your judgment. Alright.
Yes, you do.
No, is he drinking?
You may.
Thank you.
Like I feels the need to ask.
Say no.
I always do.
You? Would you like one? They have one.
After you, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. As long as you haven't bought them or
This is
anything.
non-alcoholic, contains trace amounts of alcohol.
Chance.
I think it's 0.5 grams, and it still counts as non-alcoholic.
Yeah, it's interesting that
There are
they
two more
send
of your
both.
two more of your sour beer in there.
What?
Psycho Duels is technically non-alcoholic, but it has like 0.1%
There are?
alcohol.
But I didn't. I thought they. What?
Who?
Just go in there and find it.
Street label.
We didn't
Yeah.
drink all of them last time you were here. There's just still 2 in there.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
I'm gonna need those gone.
By them.
Oh,
You're gonna need those gone.
By tonight.
By tonight.
Or what?
By 10.
By 10 o'clock.
or you can expect a bill.
storage
For storage,
fee.
yeah,
Roll for suffering official storage fee. Bill level 2. Bengals Church.
Those beers
Get you
right
with your damn good berries. Check you out.
Come here.
You spell on your
No,
board.
dog, I'm good. She'll be like, Big Six! Bitch! Too soon?
No, it'd be
No,
fun.
that's about all time.
No, I thought it was real funny.
It was appropriately timed.
So here you go. I imagine you making one of those.
They were the ones that I didn't like.
That's why they're still there.
Well, that makes sense.
Am I gonna have to dispose of them then?
Well, I think she left them for us to drink anyway.
Thank
Take them out back.
you. I don't like these. Drink.
Wow, do they smell that horrible?
Just
There was a very
lucky
contemplative stare.
man.
You
I'm
were like,
damn. I'm sorry. Is that
It's funny.
inappropriate?
I don't know.
I had an inappropriate
real.
response.
Did you?
Did you pass the
I
line?
didn't
was willing to say.
Are we
it.
live?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I said ask the stream. No, no.
Aw. Well, that doesn't change the fact.
What?
He's gonna leave that comment there.
It's just gonna not.
We're gonna end that statement there.
This is what appeared on Twitch.
Of course it did. Why wouldn't it?
Twitch. Sure. That.
Those A 2. A 7. Oh, there's a 15.
There we go.
Maybe
Okay.
it's
you
I
not.
got the
use
bad.
today.
Oh, look at the
Yes.
bad. Like you
Oh,
in the
wow.
yellow one. 20.
Can you tell her that I
19,
was
19, 20. What's going on today? Next day, use it. 2.
Alright, but he has dice, right, and all that.
Yep. We're at the high schoolers who don't know how to buy dice yet.
Wow.
Just gonna buy a pound of dice and be like, alright, y'all can fight over the 7 sets.
I'm the dice.
That's why I brought up. That's why I keep bringing my
Is that a
dice.
possibility?
You need
Yeah.
some dice?
There's a
Here you go.
website that's
No.
just like Poundo Dice or something.
Literally, it's
like
like
that.
$8 on Amazon.
Yeah.
It's like 7 or 8 sets.
But then it's just a box of random ass dice.
Yeah, there's the one that's
It's all
that's
D4s.
just random dice, and there's one that's actual guaranteed sets, I think.
Yeah. I'd go for the guaranteed set so they'd leave me alone and be like, here you go, that's it. All of your dues, all $600 you paid me, yeah, that's what this went towards. I had to buy it off Gov Connection, so it cost $700.
Gov what?
Yeah.
These are
You're getting paid
mathematical
for it? That's
learning
good.
dice.
We need wishes.
Yes.
Oh, wait, you're not getting paid?
Huh? No, not gonna pay for it.
Oh, God, like, dude, wow.
Oh, that's
Man,
pretty
these
good.
high school kids
Actually-
are very
actually-
dedicated to D&D.
Not
I was
bad.
gonna say, actually, the gaming club does have dues, but that's I don't have access to that because I'm not an official
High
like
school?
sponsor.
Oh.
You should charge your fee.
It wasn't like it's not like
dues.
required, but it helps them buy like they ended up buying a converter for like the RCA so they could play Smash off an
It's
N64.
like mine.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
$5.
I was like college club, so like.
No,
Alright, everybody, let's play your dues.
$7,000 a piece. No, we can show you how to use your financial aid to pay.
Yes.
I need to eat this month for college. Good thing I pre-bought ramen.
Good thing I had that one tomato last week.
Yeah.
Ah, I missed that day.
All right, so where were y'all?
I think Care Package come on might last another month.
Stalk the dragon guy. We don't know his dragon guy.
I would suspect, but
Inet. Remember his name.
the upstanding citizen.
Mon
He's a
still
great
doesn't
guy.
like him.
He's a great guy.
Mon still
Ah,
thinks
okay.
he's a shifty looking nerfer.
That's how I never
You
met him.
call
Wow. Never heard of
Shifty
it.
looking. Call me scruffy looking nerd. Call me
Yeah,
scruffy looking.
the word Boat.
Boat came up. Tom learned the word boat and drank salt water.
I don't understand.
Oh,
currency.
yeah.
Oh, I
He
forgot
doesn't
about that.
understand. He doesn't understand money either.
The difference between saltwater and
It's not
freshwater, and he doesn't understand. He gave away all of his money for like some rations. I like how you're like that dude's a bad guy, and then straight up stole all of Tom's gold.
I didn't steal it. I gave him an exchange. I gave him all my rations.
What's your alignment?
Chaotic
What it
good.
was?
Okay, good.
What
I was
was your
gonna say,
alignment?
we're gonna shift that down a level. You're gonna alignment shift so hard.
That's more. So we're live.
It was a fair
We are.
trade. I gave him all of my rations, and then I bought more in front of him with the gold he gave me. I don't think it's true.
Cheer up.
What I need to-
Valuable missing member of our party.
What I need
Yes.
to do now is just scan that in and make it be right after the title card.
Can we get like a
Steal all
cool
those
like
toys.
star wipe of that or something?
PowerPoint effects.
Yeah.
Do the disintegration.
These tree bounce around the screen a little bit.
Tina's like, y'all was stupid. I could see that. I could read that across your eyes. That was
Or just sit
y'all
here,
little boys are stupid.
just sit here and mind my business.
I can tell because that's the look my wife gets when I blather on about silly shit like this. Yes. So yeah, there's that.
Doesn't seem appreciative of the fact that you caught that.
I think she wants to cut me now.
My favorite thing is when you and Joe are in the same room and he says something to me and you're like, yo, don't do that. I'm like, yeah.
No.
My most fave.
Yeah, it's not what you want to do and maintain a relationship. It's not gonna go
At least you're
well.
nice about it, and I'm like, Carrie, would you rather be right or would you rather be in a relationship?
Yeah.
After you stop, and then he gets
Shut up.
really specific and keeps going on it. It's like
Yeah.
one of his trigger words.
Okay.
That gangrene gay murder.
What else is there?
Mercury.
Mercury. Me crashing my car. He's quite a few trigger words. Oh, yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah.
That really gets him going. That one's a big one.
That's fair.
That's how I get him off topic when I don't want to deal with something.
Anything
So-
about sports. That works too.
Yep, you found somebody who may or may not be a dragon who lives in town, who's an upstanding citizen. Reports, even from your people.
Still don't trust him.
Your people. What is that?
People you work with.
Yeah, that's
Your people.
Yeah.
Your people?
Oh.
Those are who these people
The other
are.
sea elves.
I mean, they exist.
Oh shit! But, Bohan!
Big what?
Tasty pig wet. You filled the wineskin full of that.
Yeah.
I'm afraid
Imagine
of that.
Tom doing the
You need to press the
Talladega
digitation.
Nights big record. If you don't like big wet, then fuck you.
So, what now? Last you left off where you weren't seducing a dragon and...
That wasn't us. We
Mm-hmm.
didn't have any part of that.
What are you talking about?
Sure.
I have no recollection of those faces.
That's right. I net offered to trade you the
He
Colosseum. If you clear the Colosseum to run the church. You said you need time to think about it.
said he'd send me books.
Yes.
I'm waiting for him to send books. Let me go check out the merchant.
The Mercant.
Hey, only Mercans around here.
Mercants. You just
If
looking
I,
for
this is
generic...
the magical guy, right?
See. Don't worry.
If I have seen Mangle during, not this time, but in general since he came back, could I have stolen some of his beard hairs? We talked about it in the past. I had asked him I asked the merchant when we first got to town
Mhm.
if he could make me something with magical beard hairs.
He said he would
You did.
try. Did you willingly give the beard hair over, or is he gonna have to like rip it off your shield?
I definitely.
Well, no. I mean, you
I
know,
feel like some would just like fall.
it's gonna be one of those.
Shedding.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa,
We went straight to the
Mangle,
skin.
bro. Let me check that out. Sleight of hand.
Take some
Couple of-
tire
I
beard.
just,
No.
need, I just need like
Couple of strands.
like 5, 6.
We'll say you were able to get said 5 or 6 after caressing the beard that was ripped off Silverbeard's face.
I can still feel the blood.
So,
Do you need to like get a ring?
Wait, I'm confused.
What are we talking about?
He's caressing the beard hairs.
Okay, that's creeping me out.
I mean, they're divine.
It's like how you like.
Were.
No, they still are. They're still attached to a new guy.
Not a club.
let me mend those for you, Mangle. Mend his beard on.
She's like, what? Do you know that you're contract?
Do you know
He
this
just
very
wanted
well?
to go save that little girl from that.
Completely.
He just needed to save that little girl from that dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
Mangle did.
Mangle do.
Mangle's doing.
Mangle's being good, Mangle's being quiet, Mangle's being have.
I'm gonna
Mangle's
say
being
that
good?
to the
I was gonna
say
be
that
not
to me
being
all the
quiet or
time.
being
It's gonna
paid.
be hilarious. One of their parents gonna call me and be like, "My child told me they're being paid." I'm like, "Yeah."
Mm-hmm.
Today, one of my kids talked to me about TurboTax.
Well now.
That's awesome.
Miss Christina, do you do TurboTax?
They were like, "Mom, TurboTax," and I was like, "Did you just say TurboTax?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "It's a little early for that."
In both your life
Well,
and in
I-
general.
Folks making their own W2s down or something?
Independent starting school.
Finally, something useful.
Yeah, that's right.
Have you guys seen the new movie Boss Baby?
Ever since I could work at the coal mines, I've been out fighting taxes.
But at 5 years old, I was working at the coal mines, filling out my
I
own
told Mom
taxes.
I need to do it. It was so funny. She's talking about TurboTax.
That's
Alright, so
awesome.
you're going to this magical mercant.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, shit. I was gonna go with you. If,
Feel free.
you know, some of that happened to come up about the hairs. So be it.
Okay.
The whiskers, if you will.
Very well. Alright, so you return to said merchant with your god in tow. Burgeoning god. God in training.
God.
Apprentice god?
Budding god.
Apprenticing god.
It's a flowering young god.
That kind of
Look at him.
scares
He ain't
me.
even done his first miracle yet.
He has done a miracle,
That's right.
remember?
We did do a miracle.
June.
Oh, I wasn't. Oh yeah, I wasn't.
The berries.
Yeah, yeah.
Grapes.
Really mind it. Grapes. Grapes. So, you return to them. Take it, your purchasing comma as well.
I went to the acting board.
Please hold. I have the exact number. Comma is going to cost you roughly 34,300.
Can I cast identify on this thing?
Sure.
Does it come up as unholy? See. So I'm gonna try and tell it like you can barely touch this thing without just dying.
Persuasion.
I don't know how I'm Don't ask any questions.
That's not right.
It's an 8.
His 9 beat you?
I'm not good at persuasion.
What?
I'm good at lying.
This is not a lie, so. It looks at you, well, I'm able to pick it up. And you see him reach up, grab the sword.
You're not dying.
Nope.
Not yet.
There's that. Questions?
How sharp is that? Can you shave with that?
Good. I wouldn't
Can
recommend it.
can you?
I don't have it. He does, this character has weird kind of facial hair.
Does it have anything?
Does he have eyebrows?
Shave his eyebrows with
Shave
it.
his head.
Does it have
His
hair
arm.
below the waist?
That'd be
You're
brave.
just.
Real brave.
Sword.
Real careful.
While he's demonstrating
Real out
that
there.
on his arm,
Okay.
Oh, that's my finger.
Here we go!
That's what I was giving. Can I sleight of hand something?
What do you
Well,
think?
The sword.
See what he's going to do. Fucking. Someone's stealing things around here.
while
I
he's,
don't know.
while he's doing that on the arm, I'm going to primal savagery and sneeze to look like rah, scary, loud sneeze.
Intimidation, then, I guess.
Yes.
Could I sleight of hand?
I just want to scare him to make him twitch and like nick his arm.
Rip his arm off. Man.
No, just
Well,
nick
while
it.
he's being scared, could I sleight of hand, like stab him
Is it
or
that
slice him?
No, close enough.
What is this?
19
Oh, of course.
with what? What'd you want? Persuasion,
Intimidation.
intimidation. Bam. So 24.
Alright, that will be his 16. So, as he's. You see a layer of skin just. Whoop, clean cut off.
Did he even notice that he's bleeding?
Not at first, no. Because he's. What happened to you?
What alignment is this guy?
Dusty in here. Somebody should clean.
Throws a rack at you. Clean. If it bothers you that much that you're like foaming at the mouth, you should get that looked at. Our health department's great.
True that?
I was,
You were trying to slide. You were trying to
She
slide
goes
in
hands
something.
on it.
I wanted to sleight of hand stab him or slice him when he's getting
The
scared
shame.
by Mangle
But
to make him
that's-
think that the sword itself is hurting him.
What, you know, like stab his hand?
I want to use the shadow glass dagger to make it seem
Can
like
you like
there's.
talk to his head like Creed?
What?
I was trying to see. I could message him, but I'm sure
I'll
he's
say
a
some
wizard. Like
message.
He's smart enough to know what that is.
Alright, if you want to slide in, go for it. Perception check. Okay.
It's a 19.
So he's not noticing, so go ahead and roll damage too.
Did he take any damage when he cut himself with one sword too?
Yes. I have information.
That's what I was asking what 9 minutes. Does that make noise? Hold on.
He doesn't take damage.
Every
until
time
he
you stab
notices.
someone, it makes a random animal sound. The sheep goes.
And I can do that. I was gonna see if I could booming blade him. So now he's like paralyzed for a second. Doesn't straight.
Oh my god.
But that wouldn't work.
Stealthily booming blades.
And it doesn't really paralyze them, just makes it so if they do move, they take damage, right? There's no save to move.
There's no save to move, but you take extra damage and you probably should not kill this guy outright.
Probably not.
But see how much damage you do,
You should
Jonathan.
just be like, dude, what is wrong with
Yeah, he
you?
only has like 16 HP and about to like murder
He's just
him.
he's just a port effect.
That's true.
Little merchant.
Yeah. Doesn't should be left out.
I mean, I'm not trying to like hurt him. I just want to like cut him up a little.
It's not.
I just wanted to bleed.
It's not lethal damage.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Yeah, you said
A non-lethal.
Non-lethal booming blade that does 30 damage.
23 d8 roll.
It's
non-lethal decapitation.
6 slashing and 5 necrotic.
He's only got like 9 HP left, dude.
Well, that wouldn't be appropriate, now would it?
So after he feels that pain, drops the sword. Getting angry today, huh? Wife's saying, oh. Hmm. Well, that's
Is he bleeding too?
Tink. There's to pour something on it and rub it into the wound. Do you want the sword or not?
Go point out the wound like
You should give him some of the
somewhere
band-aids.
else.
Hello, Kitty Bandit.
I'm not there, so.
What's the
Make a suggestion.
stuff he's pouring on his arm smell like?
It smells like a concoction of various flowers. You're getting a lot of honey-esque scents off it.
I'll offer him a trade.
Mead.
Trade.
It is alcohol. It kills off the germs.
Wand of spider sewing, the scale mail, the serpent, the imaginary harpoon. I'm making up some elaborate fucking stories about that stuff. Like these were taken from Dragon's Horde, and this was taken from a king from a far, like a land above the clouds. Which it was.
Yeah, you're talking yourself out of your, out of lying there.
I'm talking.
No, this is like
I'm definitely
performance.
stretching the goddamn truth.
Deception check. I know that's what you wanted.
It could be performance. Either way.
Active perception check.
Deception. That is 31.
I was close. Alright, so, you should do this. Alright, fine. Those 3 for this sword. Just throw in 10 gold too. Gotta get some gold to pass around.
That's true.
Accept this trade.
Except it's true.
What was your passive? Your active check.
13.
You think as he's rubbing this in, you can see the skin starting to grow back, but you're not sure because he's still kind of massaging it. Meat is good for many things.
Yes. Yes.
So the trade is performed, you may add comma.
And then I would ask him about the whole bow situation.
Oh what?
The whole bow situation. Got these hairs.
Ah.
Got anything for it or not?
I can try, but bow crafting isn't exactly my forte.
What is?
Mostly on weapons, if you couldn't tell.
No armors.
Not really.
Alright, well, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, sure, okay. Alright, so. You want him to try or no?
You can try. I'm
Alright.
assuming it's gonna take him.
Yeah, it's gonna take a couple days. Enough time for you to do your quest down here.
Go back. Wait for my books.
Your books. On the Boat, sorry. Alright, what is everybody else up to?
I'm checking in with the health department, seeing how they're doing.
After she got super
Back to
drunk.
your day job.
After she's now come down off her super drunk.
Off my what?
Off her super drunk, your boss.
Yeah.
Whoopsie. Alright, so you report back to the office.
Like, hey, how's things going?
You see her walking around decently. A lot more paperwork came in. You see various stacks of paperwork. This is interesting to say the least. Someone's trying, as you know, your friends are attempting to open a clinic, so we've got to go through and form the usual inter-office paperwork.
Yeah. I was like, did something happen that I should know? Like, was there
Yeah.
something?
Oh yes, that thing. I know completely about that thing.
Yeah.
Woosa!
The town's dead.
They're all dead. Every
Yeah.
last one of them.
Someone poisoned the water hole.
They're good people. You should expedite the process.
I'll see what I can do.
Anything?
Other than that, usual meeting coming up in a couple days.
Okay.
How goes your adventuring?
It's going.
Clearly.
Would I have been suspicious? Is there any way I could have been suspicious about Inet?
Don't ask me on that one. It got in my way.
As far as like more specifics, like
Yeah.
he's a dragon.
Go ahead and roll against him. See if you have your suspicions or not. Smells like a dragon. He's eating people and he's breathing fire.
He's legit a dragon.
Nah, not even good. Huh?
I rolled a 30,
This is one now.
but I have.
It's a 16.
You feel lucky?
Are you feeling
I
lucky?
feel lucky.
Okay.
I wasn't feeling that lucky apparently.
That's a 4.
Night.
Alright, so you never really dealt much with him, but he never really dealt much with the health service. So,
Okay.
he never asked for help. Most of the time, if anything came in, it was a servants with mild injuries like anybody else or illnesses.
Okay.
Nothing that really stood out. You had heard his name, but never anything beyond that.
Okay. But like the interaction I had with him, I wouldn't have been.
Yeah, if anything, he would have been a polite noble who said hi. If that.
I was wondering if I could ask anything.
Hey, you know the name, you can ask. It won't stop you from inquiring as to what people know about him, anything like that.
Hey, what do you know about Inet?
No, not too much. Last time we dealt with any of his servants with anything major, one of the servants had dropped something fairly heavy, some statue or something,
Mm-hmm.
that had resulted in a broken leg. Had to have one of the mages mend that, but that wasn't too big. Wouldn't let us into the accident site. They paid the fine, even when I jacked it up. Pretty much a recluse. The one that has the most to deal with him, actually, is the taxation department. They love to occasionally try to audit his finances. They're weird like that.
Who would be the best person to talk to over there?
Taxation department?
Yeah, like, who's the
Ah.
Whoever got El Chaperone on tax evasion?
I mean, definitely not their minister. They deal more with the formation of policy. I'd look for one of the ones dealing with his particular bracket, which would be the nobility bracket. Might be able to tell you something, but
Do you know any of their names?
off the top of my head, we don't talk to them often.
Okay.
Usually they're more annoyed at us for spending money and not making any money.
What about this dragon situation?
Dragon? Oh, the one that comes by and occasionally decides it's time to burn things to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't seen him in a little bit, but
Yeah.
usually we just deal in the aftermath. It's a black dragon, so lots of acid, poisoning, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know anything about him?
You might know where it is.
You gonna go over there and kill it for us, huh?
Potentially.
Potentially.
Is there a promotion? Strong with me?
Can't exactly promote you for doing something outside of the healing service.
I mean, you could make the argument that it's preventing a lot of.
I can try to have a triumph held by the city, but that's about as far as I can get.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks, Boo.
I accept. I accept.
That's my best offer. Stamped approval.
I fucking love it.
In other news, there's one of the members of the health committee seems to be,
Apparently killing dragons. Apparently that's the thing now. Do no harm.
well, that or has ulterior motives with the helping of the Church of Mangle become a health organization. conflict of interest, if you will.
It's not a conflict of interest. It's not like. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's not with
There's
us.
the right answer.
He's this like guy from jail who follows me around. I guess he thinks
This
he's
is like
cool.
a really different society. You don't know what their ethical code is. I do, and it's fine.
You lived here for like a week.
She meshed well.
I fit right in. This like under the clouds shit. This is where I'm from. These are my people.
I got this. This Boat thing. It's awesome.
Remember when I was like, the water is a thing, and y'all were like, nah, bitch.
Water is a thing. Yes, the ocean is not a thing. I still know what that large wet thing is.
It's the big wet.
That's right. Thank you, Tom.
So that ended that, and then I heard some mythical sounding sing song from the local.
Sing song.
Sing song.
Have you been drinking again?
I'm wondering if I do drink, if I will get a magical cup.
Oh my god! That wasn't super direct. Wham!
You want to roll d20 see if you get it?
But fine. I'm game.
What did you get? A 1?
16.
Damn it.
It really likes that number tonight. It's like the third time it's done that.
Maybe it's weighted.
It is. It's
Just
just
one
one
time
high.
today.
How come every time I try to roll it, I'm like, I'm gonna get a 20. I don't. Every
No,
time
you
everyone
need to
else
pull
does.
at him and just be that. Just make it a 1. Huh?
15.
Okay.
Nice.
Well.
4.
I just 1. This cup.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what
Alright.
I'm
I should
doing.
go
I'm
ahead,
making
too.
sure that things are in order for when I
We should just sign
do
our policy.
activities.
Yeah.
Very well. Well, I wish you luck in your hunt with that dragon.
Thanks.
And if you would like, go over to the taxation department and see
Yeah.
what they know about
I
that.
am gonna go do that.
Very well. Alright, so we're gonna hop over. Amon, Tom, what are you two up to? Is Tom just wandering around, staring at the big wet?
Someone's going to follow him on.
Molly's about to follow Tom.
Friend.
See if you can trade more currency to get more rations.
Tom got lost initially in the city and saw him on again. Decided to follow him on.
Please Tom does not know city. Amon, there's 3 streets. Tom does not know.
Oh, I guess Amon's going to go to the library to learn more about this town's rules.
Okay.
I mean, the rules are completely stupid. He has to care about them, but you can't break all the rules all the time.
All that. Go ahead, roll a perception check.
Yeah, it's natural 20.
There you go. You burned it now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's.
Now in comments we 10.
That's
10,
your one
10,
for the month.
10.
Yep.
Well, actually, with the 10, it'll still be a 22, so that's fine.
So you find the library, and they are able to direct you to a local law section. It's about 4 small volumes. So, most of them seem to be written as needed, as this is more of a city-state of survival than anything. There's no long jurisprudence going back thousands of years. There's more like, hey,
That's fine.
try not to kill one another.
There's no conflict of interest law.
Holy she's getting really defensive about this.
Felt the salt from that.
Well, good. That means she doesn't want to cut me in.
Yes, just remember, the Dead Sea is the saltiest place on earth. Just your bitch ass.
Wow.
I saw a slight look of confusion there.
Alright.
After being led there, I asked him to find a simple book that's good for barbarians to read that Tom can read while he waits.
Is that a picture book?
Yeah, literally what I was
Basically what I was
about to say.
expecting.
As they hand you a little
Coloring
picture
book.
book of like the history of the city for children. It has no words in it. Just colored in pages.
Some so gets confused.
What order read book? It's upside down.
He's got to go back to see what happened a couple pages.
What?
He sits the entire table and just 2 pages going like,
This doesn't make any sense.
wait for it. Just go back and forth to the 2 pages.
Alright, so I guess we'll go back to Joe.
And you want me to roll to see, I mean, basic laws?
No, you'll find this pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You two
That was a great use of that 20.
Yeah, awesome use. Found a library
You're
as a
welcome.
paladin.
Books show up.
Yes. The books have arrived.
They're his personal books, correct?
Correct.
Is what the joke. The only book should just came with me.
The ones
Well,
he hides
there's two
under his
things. If they're in his house all the time, it probably smells somewhat like him.
Sulfur.
And then if they're his personal books and
closet. He's ready.
he's read them,
He wasn't ready.
are there
It
any,
wasn't as ready as I thought.
Yeah, you can use some preparation there, buddy.
Yeah.
Are there any like side notes?
That was preparation
that
A.
he's like jotted down in these books.
Smells some
Wait,
garlic.
wait for it.
Smells
Can
some
you
garlic.
read your
Go for the
comic?
sciences.
Can you read your comic?
Fuck yeah.
I'm fluent.
He wrote it.
I
Hire the
can't
comic
pretend
book.
like I can.
It's strange for a noble guy to be writing in Draconic.
There are some notes, yes.
Perception is a 27.
Yeah, you're gonna find a few. They're very few and far between. It appears he doesn't like to actually write on his own books, but there are some noting specific
Little
events.
notes?
There's no books that have like these back and forth
Specific
notes
events
between him and
of
somebody
like
else.
history.
Yes.
From what perspective?
Books speak about the perspective almost as though they watch.
First person?
the
Is
town.
it a first? Is
Yes.
he writing in a first person like that dude like fucked me over or like?
The notes themselves are written in first person. The book itself seems to be written not from his perspective, but from a first person perspective.
But I'm talking about his notes.
The
Like,
notes,
when
yeah.
he's messaging,
The note.
like, is he like?
Yes.
I would like that. That's not how this happened.
Oh,
I was there.
No, it wasn't red. It was blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff
That
like
dude
yes.
owes me $20.
Yes.
Still.
Still owes me 20 gold. I'm gonna resurrect him for
And
it.
he was a human, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he was on this long. Something fishy, Mabel.
Fishy?
Well, scaly. Or weird? I don't know.
Fiery.
This guy's not human, but we should keep that on the beat up.
It seems like you should be crawling on his belly like a reptile.
He's some sort of snake with arms and wings.
I don't know what it would become. But Brannigan's Law says so.
You know what? I think it's good. I should name it. I'll call it a winged snake with legs.
In this uncharted territory, it's not uncharted. You lost the chart.
I think we're in the Gamma quadrant. No, we're in the Alpha quadrant.
All right. So is that all y'all are doing?
Look at those books. What did I learn anything I need to
Who's
know
this
about?
guy?
Ned. He said he was a bad person. He might be a bad person, but I don't know. I'm giving him a
I like
chance.
him.
Check sure out. That's what I said. In this sport, I don't know.
Somebody with a stick. Let's get
Oh, I haven't
sluggers.
met him. I haven't met him, have I? Who is he?
He's the guy that lives up on a house on that hill.
In place
Yeah.
next to the tree.
Okay.
The one tree though. It's very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, very specific. Literally labeled the one
I'm
tree.
trying, like, who, like, what's he?
We gotta go. I gotta go back to his house. We should keep this between us.
Down.
Other people don't really know that I kind of went and hung out with him. They don't really like him that much. Apparently, he beat up a guy.
Others
But he
being
stole from
two
him.
people.
Oh.
He
You
stole
what?
the
That's
most
just
valuable
us.
things.
Yeah, I have no idea who this is.
Food.
Yeah. You're busy whisking the
Yeah.
big wet.
Yeah.
I was too busy staring at the wall.
Was it breakfast?
With what, much bread?
Yeah.
Yeah, so much bread. Which can be used for breakfast.
Toast. That's fair. All he did was beat him up.
Didn't eat him.
No. All he did was get him. Amon let him run away with the bread.
To a guard. He didn't have any bread on him.
Let him run away.
Hey, you're not getting.
Like I said,
Your voice in the back of your head.
he didn't do that.
Amon will remember this, even though Amon's not present. Amon will remember this.
So, had him run to a guard so he'd go to jail. Is Amon planning a?
He was all like,
I don't understand.
he was all, if you steal bread, you should have bread on you. But then me and Bert were like, if you stole bread, you'd eat the bread.
I stole bread. I didn't eat the bread.
But yeah, Bert was there.
So did Amon try to smell his breath?
He was up in his, he tried to get up in his guts,
I mean,
but
there's a height difference.
Is that is that a prison, is that a prison thing again? Oh, prison changed him.
You got drunk once and look what happened. Never again.
Something wrong with it.
But no, anything I need to know about pertinent to Coliseum?
There is some information on Iati, which was the city-state that fell 300-ish years ago. And the Coliseum is about the only remaining thing. The books he sent over seem to be most of their folklore and the descriptions of the Coliseum from various explorers. Some of them contradict, but you get the basic gist.
Anything on why the civilization fell?
Not particularly.
It's open.
There were some talks of some religious differences that led to the Civil War, and beyond that, not much.
Okay.
Let you ponder on that for a minute.
Go to the taxation department.
Show this bureaucratic hump to bring these people down. All right. So as you walk into the taxation department again, you'd been there before.
Yeah.
Usual level of people counting things, long line. You're ushered through the back, and we're wandering in. So,
I'm gonna go
couple
talk
of okay.
to the person who is the most closer resembling like a secretary.
Okay. One of the assistants set to make sure payments go to the proper
Uh-huh.
people in the process. Stops and you stop in front of his desk. Can I help you? Sign.
Yeah, I'm looking for somebody who deals with the taxation of the nobility.
All right. You want noble department?
Yeah.
You're gonna want to go down that hallway. He points down, sends you in a
Yeah.
certain direction. Any particular noble you're looking for?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you go talk to Chu.
Okay, cool.
That's his only account.
Okay.
You can go that way. Emotions gives you the correct office to go
Chu.
to.
That guy must have, like, tons of
CHU
fruit on his hands.
Shoot him.
I'm gonna go talk to Chu.
Alright. So,
Yeah, chew it
follow
out.
down and enter this office. There's a large bag of gold on Chu's desk, and he's one at a time counting it, making stacks.
I'm going to walk in so that Chu sees me, but I'm not going to interrupt his counting. I'm going to wait for the appropriate, for him to get to an appropriate stopping point.
Yes, he stops, and you can see arrayed out 10 by 10
Uh-huh.
columns
Okay.
of platinum in front of him.
hmm
He stops. Hello. I don't recognize you. You're not from our department, are you?
No, I'm from health.
Coins don't get sick.
That is true. I have a question for you.
All right. What brings you down here?
She's eating.
I just wanted to know what you can tell me about Inet. I'm a little interested in him.
Man's weird.
Yeah.
I think they call it eclectic when you're this rich. I don't know what to think of him beyond that. He clearly has enough money to pay all the fines we hit him with,
Mhm.
but he's very protective of his wealth otherwise.
Mhm.
Also very selecting over who can deal directly with him.
Does he like you?
And it took him a while to warm up to me, but when I correctly counted a bunch of money he handed to me by weighing it, he apparently liked me. I don't have a scale big enough for this bag, as you can see. He's standing there, it's about up to his chest,
Uh-huh.
and I'm standing. So,
What was,
beyond
this, what was this for?
this is his usual income tax. I don't know where he gets the money. No one does. I asked about it once, all he did was snicker at me and told me to leave. So, I know when to take my leave with him.
Yeah.
You aren't gonna try to, like, steal from him or do anything weird, are you? I wouldn't recommend it. Okay.
I just really am curious about him. Something seems off.
A lot of people say that, but everyone who looks into it doesn't end up too well. A couple of people over in infrastructure got a little concerned with his house
Uh-huh.
and stability and
Mine's
such.
ears are burning now.
And yeah, that got nixed real fast by the High Council. So
Okay.
good luck. I keep it quiet until you're ready to do something.
Alright,
Ooh,
thanks.
excuse me, I have to count a lot of platinum now.
Alright, fine.
Or go back to it. And he goes back to counting coins.
Okay.
All right. Is that everything you intended to do?
Yeah.
You do.
First off, your response should have said, but you can get sick from coins.
That's fair.
Otherwise, again, all the basic rules of cadet these books.
Yeah. Most of the laws are fairly simple and straightforward. Most of precedent is set by the High Council, and it's not permanent. It seems to me they deal more on a case-by-case basis than anything.
Fair enough.
Eat it loopholes.
There's all of them now.
Respect to 20.
True. And you would know most of the laws fairly well by
If you
now.
legally murder the third Wednesday of February at 3:57.
On the dot. As long as a death occurs, then it's
We have a
fine.
purge
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
60 seconds. If you can get within it, we're good.
If it happens before or afterwards, you get charged for full murder of the 10th degree.
Even though we only have 3 murder degrees, we added 10th just to make it seem worse.
Yes.
It's worse.
I mean, as long as you don't have intent before or after.
If it was an accidental murdering, we're just like, man.
I was driving to shoot my wife and I hit her with a car.
Whoops. Alright, so is that all you're doing intending to do?
Yeah, I'm just
I guess after the
taking the book and like all the pages and going like this.
I got you for entertainment, Tom.
Fun.
You should ask if you can keep that book. Might help you later.
Why?
I don't know. Just something you should
Axe
say.
better.
True.
Axe push
Yeah.
Book cannot protect against axe. Tell me the book.
Book. Deflects axe.
Tom begins taping books to himself as shields. Yes.
Otherwise, I guess they'll do lawman stuff. I haven't done in a while and just patrol the city for obvious crimes.
Son follows and patrols with him.
Can I run into him?
That would be joyous.
What are you
We spend
doing?
a month.
Walking around the town. I've patrolled since I left the virtual city I came from.
We have like guards for that shit.
We
Yes.
guard now.
But I want to walk around town.
Do I need to get you a sheriff's badge? Little
Hang a deputy on his horn.
Tom here protect.
Can we have one of those like
Barney
you give to,
Fife.
like children stickers?
Hold on.
Yes, that would be awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
I want to give it to him. I get to do it.
That's awesome.
That's what he actually has his badge.
I'm real excited to be like, oh here, I give these to the youngins.
You've been deputized.
Yep, that's awesome.
It's not
You get
real.
enough.
Does that make you feel better?
Well, I'll do some citizen arrests.
Woo! Barney fucking Fife.
There you go.
I am the law.
My holy symbol.
How dare you throw that on the ground?
Wow.
Guards, this is one of our honorific symbols. Kill him. And Amon's in jail again. Oh no, that got her little gears started. She's like,
Looking for loaves of bread and all the criminals, huh?
What are you hiding?
Character is good. I can't just be like, yeah, you're going to jail because you're fucking being stupid.
I mean, if you talk to the people in the jail, that's what they'll say happened.
they're all innocent.
So it was just being stupid.
Let's
Slipped on my head.
let's go do something else.
Right.
This is weird.
Yeah, I went
Fine.
like this and just
All
stayed.
right.
Hey, he respects his position.
We're gonna go find everybody. We're gonna go find
Okay.
everybody.
I'm gonna regroup with these two.
Yeah.
Gonna hunt them down.
Soon you're back at the tavern.
Yeah.
Going through these books, correct? That's where you would have gone through them.
What's that? What's that? What's that?
We in the champagne room where there's privacy.
Kunk!
Say, I'm not reading in the bar.
No?
We'd be in our room.
Oh.
Or any private, like you said, a private room, but if it's a hotel, I don't think
Yeah.
there's too many.
Not really.
I mean, I think we
I
just
mean,
called
It's
your
not a
room.
hotel this Friday.
How posh is this place? I mean,
Not too.
not so much.
Is that an indoor bathroom?
Middle of the road, yes. Middle of the road.
So
Better than Tom's used
like a hole in the floorboard? Is that what
This
it's
is slightly elevated.
to. There's a
Oh.
cover. Yeah, it's you're good.
Wow. It's almost Tijuana.
Oh,
I mean, I get the impression that nowhere has a flush toilet.
hmm?
Are there flush toilets?
They have a bucket.
No. See, that's not like that bad. Flush
Yeah.
toilets are unavailable. For them to have indoor toilets, they must get cleaned out pretty
I
regularly.
mean, when I poop, I just press the digitation and.
I Druidcraft, and it's rose petals.
Yeah, me too.
Potpourri. I just take my blood out the window.
Tom bows down to no man.
Don't follow those no societal laws.
I love it.
So I guess that would conclude our day.
All right. Long rest, everybody.
Using coin.
All right. So you're going to the local staples for it.
So it's just a sink or thing of water.
Yeah.
When I get like a minute of talking, I would ask them to meet up.
Okay. So you submerge it in the running water. Speak telepathically. So you're obviously you know the limit of 10 miles. So as you are doing this, you get a response. Somebody else, huh? What they send you here looking for?
They didn't send me for anything. Came here on another.
Another job?
Yes. Are you within the city limits?
Yeah. Only safe place to be. Some fools got rid of the other city.
Curse them.
Couldn't resist that one.
Those damn monkeys.
Poor football.
I'll meet up somewhere secluded-ish. Probably not a good idea to meet at the church that he now hates.
Hey, I don't think he
That's
has.
reasonable.
Alright, so you meet up in one of the small alleyways between the warehouse district. Just
And you might not
closer
know
to
about the
noble
church
area,
yet.
Base of it. It's a small tiefling.
Small tiefling?
Yes. Even smaller.
Like a
than
little,
Tiny teeth.
like a little.
small pet.
Oh.
Super pet for a mom. Yeah. Chunk.
Could I turn
Oldest.
into a familiar?
Oh no! No, we
Tiefling
already have a
familiar,
unicorn
yes.
familiar. No. Alright, so Tiefling meets up with what mission are you on, huh?
We're here with Enthusia.
I got sent here just to see what was down here. Found a small portal. Able to teleport down here.
Portal still active?
I can turn it on and off. He holds up a small little gem. It's carved in a very specific shape. It fits in the keel. Like chink. Works. It's back and forth. Yeah, got sent from the Lovato branch.
How long have you been in town?
Only a couple days. The actual portal itself is a couple 100 miles from here. Traveled a while, found the other city. Total time I've been down here, maybe it's
As high as I can lift that off. Yeah, it's on
And
the
ask him if he knows anything about
back of that.
Is that,
How do you-
I
my lineup
think
for the
Oh, it was
Was
lined
that's the
up
guy they're
exactly.
talking about.
Yeah. I didn't see the
Spell check me what Tiefling was.
He's
instead of
such a
Tiefling.
glorious model.
You know.
TIE fighter. Tiefling who's a fighter.
Alright. But,
Did you
Sarah.
split those?
I ran into him once. It's kind of weird. Apparently, though, he's respected around here.
You dirt on him?
Most dirt I got on him is that adventure that got away, I ran into him with a question for some supplies and some food he was willing to tell me some of the ways into his house. No.
Brett,
Brought to you by.
just, words to live by. Larceny.
Orchard.
So yeah,
Except for buck teeth.
get the ways for his house.
Alright. You want the maps, or can you memorize them?
Maps are always good if you got extras, but if not.
Pulls out some parchment. Sets it down. Let's just draft a copy real
Yes.
quick. This is what I got. He says, I don't have much on the High Council, but I've been working on that. Scoped out that Coliseum. Scoped out this weird old structure.
And that wants us to go
Quick,
take the Coliseum
try that.
for him.
Be careful if you go there. Something's
That's the same
warping
thing.
reality
Yeah.
around there.
That's a Japanese one.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, I got
So it's
close.
not-
I realized
it's
it
not
thanks to,
normal.
and he holds up a small pendant. As it detects magical changes.
That's not Wait,
So, my group sent,
Give it a
team
sec.
sent me down here. Thinks
Wait
something's
for
going
it.
to show up in this area soon, too. No idea why.
Exhale through your
Most of
nose.
it's premonition crap. You know how it goes.
Let's see what I got you for.
The blueprints of this house that he has, does it look bigger than what the house actually looks like?
Yes.
So it's carved secret rooms or
Yeah, it's
whatever.
carved down into a cave-esque area.
This city's on the cliffs, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I hope that's my family Amazon.
Did you catch the things?
so is that where the secret
You didn't
entrance
get a count
is?
to link to this one so they can't see
It's
what
near
you're
where the docks are. If you follow
Oh,
the
really?
docks, there's
This
a
is what I
supply
got.
room.
Oh,
And
okay.
winding way into what is essentially a staircase
I
that
like
goes
that.
up.
These are shipping.
Access it runs
That's real
parallel to his work area.
Fighting
I
back.
think he's really
Essentially.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Did he? Yeah, he loves it. Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna ship it to you.
That makes it easier.
I think they're breakable.
I'd ask him if he knows
Yes, I can.
the names of the members of all the council or any.
That way you don't have to.
He gives you
They like it that way,
the
just like a
list
flyer.
Yeah.
Or if I do, I have
It's
it
for
on
future
He
references.
got me Tuesday for Christmas. Tuesday feedback.
So, the high ranking position. I also asked him why is he so mad at people who go up to other towns? They were run by mind flayers.
Well, they were very useful for decoys against this one. Now that this town is unoccupied, I'm afraid they're going to start trying to change some things or spreading out.
Who's that?
The council itself, when they were focused on the other town, just kept to themselves and kept secure, made exploring and finding things easy. If they're going to start sending people out, I'm going to have some issues collecting any items we need.
Hear that from?
I got you.
Okay, so I've got all the names of higher up people. I've got the entrance to this.
Yep.
With my
Later.
little sister.
Okay.
All right.
All I really need. Oh yeah, what's the structure you said is down some river?
The gate. You refer to it as an archway or a gate or something. Yeah, it's a archway and gate. It's really weird. It's like a giant door. I saw a dragon flying above it and steered clear.
Yeah, he's nothing like this guy.
Oh. So you dealt with him, huh? You could decide to throw things at Boozy or something.
Yeah, he lured us. Well, we were there.
Oh, even better.
Okay.
Cool.
I was going to be mine, so I was like, oh, I gotta have some of these.
Yeah.
All right. So you got your contact.
That was my contact.
Yep. And it's a long rest, so everybody wakes up, 7 a.m.
Long rest. Whoop whoop.
Long rest. All right. What's everyone doing in the morning?
What day is it?
Today will be June 6th.
More importantly, what time is it?
It's 7 a.m. in game time, 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I've got 8:10.
Me too.
Same.
Shut the fuck up.
You just killed the immersion.
Burn!
That just brought me out.
I don't know what time it is in game anymore.
Can't. Hate you all.
What are we doing?
Yes, what are you doing?
I'm getting breakfast.
All right.
Most important meal of the day. Only just as worth it.
All right.
So this would be the first breakfast that that Mango would have with Tom. Now what is?
The first breakfast.
Oh, God. I will let you have that. So
No,
take
no.
it equally and decide what you're eating.
As we sit down waiting
Always
for
gonna get good.
Garçon to come with the menu. Tom,
Yes.
what do you like?
No, I would. Don't enter the orders. I'm
Food.
just done. Don't want to cook
Anything a little bit more specific? Any particular food that you like?
Meat.
Yes. Yes, I place a good berry in front of you. Bring on the menus!
I think your waiter's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Did he wash his
Watches
hands?
his hands.
Comes out just.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great.
So what do you want, guys?
Yeah.
How does Tom react to this good berry in front of him?
Food.
Yes. Yes. The beauty of that is you're now not hungry.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I don't tell you that.
You want menus? Want
Ready
to
to
make sure
play
when you
Discover
serve
that all on your
So
own.
they are delivered. The menus are delivered. Now that you're done screaming.
I don't even open it.
Eggs and bacon. All of them.
pick it up, put it
Like
back down.
bacon and eggs.
Very well, sir. The barkeep goes to wander away. You're going to clarify
Yes. All the bacon and eggs.
all of them.
Yes. Are you down here?
Yes.
So you need to give him
Meat.
the line from
What is it?
You may have
Care
served
about what
him.
kind of meat?
No.
Cool. A mystery meat.
Now you may have misheard him in bringing him most of your bacon and eggs.
I intend to bring all of them. Those were the words he used.
We're going to church for breakfast.
To visit with you're with your congregation, your flock.
Yeah, I gotta let them know that this good berry a day.
Tom, just
Look
got
at this
the berry.
physique.
Yeah.
All right, so
You
you
cheap
all
as
Can you
brought-
imagine how good a shape you would be in if you just ate a good berry a day?
Yeah, that's all the calories.
That's all of it.
Exactly the number of calories you would need.
All right, so you
No
are
matter how
brought
big you are.
meat, just a pile of it. You are brought all the bacon and eggs. Like plates keep coming out as you're eating.
Now, is the meat raw or cooked?
Did you specify raw or cooked?
No.
Well, I didn't cook it. And you will get what you ordered as well as you.
As I'm shoveling in the eggs and
Just
fistfuls of bacon, I'm just watching him.
What the fuck is
What the fuck happened over here? As I'm like double fisting with the forks. The savagery.
Yeah.
All right, Christine,
I love
what are
it.
you up to?
I ate.
Eggs.
Here, have some bacon.
Wham!
Don't forget the eggs.
I've got plenty. But I'm going to be very gentle with the fried egg.
I need some toast.
Okay,
Toast for my eggs.
so you were brought some toast.
Great. Glitter rainbows here. FYI.
Just a head through the window of the bar.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Horns
Just
dragging
glitter,
on
but
the
yeah,
Travel.
I'm like petting glitter. I'm like
Just
putting on some
inside.
food.
She's got her horn dragging on the ceiling and
She's got like,
Some
she's
bacon.
probably an herbivore. I'm gonna give her some berries.
Omnivore?
Is she an omnivore? Or,
Well, I mean, the last unicorn I met.
I mean, I would think they'd be herbivores, isn't it? Omnivore?
Probably.
Probably herbivores.
Probably
Your
like
dog's
a
an
horse.
omnivore,
Sure.
That's true.
but I've never met a horse that would
I mean, but
eat a
like,
creature.
Cows are.
I feel like lawful. Like horses, they're
Well,
herbivores,
technically should
and
not be, but
Cows.
she's lawful
But they
good.
are.
So
Just
she doesn't want
that
to eat.
coming
I
out.
think what was once a living.
But
thing.
it's from
The
microbiome.
premise of omnivore and herbivore is a little.
Yeah, I think that goes
Deer
beyond
eat
the.
like things that are killed. Squirrels have been known to eat roadkill.
The unicorn eats what it kills.
Only when it kills.
What's impaled on it, the only way it can get it off.
Yeah.
Get its way off.
That's why it has magical
It's
abilities.
very brutal.
Eat part of it, then let the rest.
I
just
take
eat
it off
those.
for her.
But what's the whale? A narwhal?
Narwhal.
Yeah.
Those are
they
just
hunt in
unicorns
packs,
in water
and they
suits.
Stab them and then eat
It's
the,
It's unicorn like
eat
pet
the
like
that's-
fish off each other's horns.
Dude,
Yes.
narwhals are just unicorns in water suits. That's all they are.
Anyway,
Steve.
Back on track. Back on track. Back on track.
Yup.
I'm peeking her in the window.
Alright.
We'll just,
There we go.
Alright, so
chill.
you feed her food.
You know, you can swim after.
I mean,
Hi.
yeah,
Cool.
there was that.
Alright, so what is the plan for today, ladies and gentlemen?
Well,
I think we need to know if we're getting some information shared with us.
I think I know the answer to that. It's no.
Top big book.
Oh, share information, don't share information. We all end up at the same place. Every roll initiative.
How likely is it that Glitter was aware of some goings on last evening?
Whoa, what happened last evening, guys?
Oh man.
Does Glitter
Glitter
Rainbow
Rainbow
require
does-
sleep?
What?
Glitter Rainbow should require sleep, correct?
Yeah, she does. I mean,
Did
she
you
just
order
sleeps.
her to follow this one?
No, she just, she sleeps outside.
wasn't she away
In the
though?
stables?
You had her sent down to where she, I thought you last time we talked about Glitter
Yeah,
Rainbow.
she
That's
was
like
but
miles
she came back.
away.
She went there. She had to go. She had to go drop off her
Right
clothes,
cut,
do
right
her
cut.
laundry,
She came back. She came
to
back.
file her taxes, and then come back.
Um,
Quick trip back up.
I'm not
See, folks.
expecting to get information. I want to know if Glitter is like a little bit offstandish too. Like, you know when a dog is like real excited to see everybody and then
I mean,
there's like one person
what's
the
your
dog
limit?
doesn't like?
I'm evil and have an unholy sword now. Yes, sentient evil sword. And a ring that's directed directly to Asmodeus. I don't think she's a big fan.
100% true. She is a lawful good creature.
She's-
For the sake of,
Evil.
We're lawful.
Evil.
Common.
but
Why'd you hit me?
for the sake of party cohesion, let's just say can't quite
Put a
put a hoof on it.
It's all
That's
evil
exactly
I
why.
have on me.
yeah, that's what
It's not
I'm doing what I can for the party.
It's not me. It's all this stuff. I just found it.
Just found it. You just attached it to me. I don't know how it got there. Can't take it off.
The ring is pretty.
Yes.
I do like it.
I'm tired of it. Okay, take off.
She like hisses when she sees me.
Oh
I don't
god.
know where it's just gonna is.
Oh god. Oh
It's like a
god.
llama and spits on him.
Oh god. Alright, so, but you're not with the group anyway here, so.
Correct.
Because you went down to the church. So the four of you are sitting in the tavern,
Mhm.
eating breakfast. You had your breakfast, well, however long it takes Mangle to finish all bacon and eggs, so you might be here for a while.
Did we hear any singing?
At the moment.
Okay.
At the moment. So.
Wait, is that a harp?
No.
No. Okay. All right, that's fair.
It's a good heart.
Oh.
Surprisingly well tuned.
Well, I mean,
Alright, so. What do you all do with your wayward rogue?
Are there any offerings at the church this morning?
No offerings at the moment. They're still getting their bearings. Sorry.
You can step with me. Church of Mangle's all about giving, mainly to me.
Oh my god. Never join anything Brett is running.
Shack.
I have learned a lot from this game.
Well, yeah, where you go?
Yeah, so is there anything the four of you are doing?
Dog
Maybe
walk?
discuss what you all have learned about INET and how you proceed to how you deem to move forward. Towards
I'm not suspicious. I know what I'm talking about. I'm whispering this because.
to who?
you
To
guys-
us?
Yeah.
It's a good arena.
Just glitter.
And the only thing I've ever found out about him is that there's nothing evil. There's no stories about him being evil or bad employment status.
He pays his taxes.
Got
What
it.
are they talking about?
No.
Dude, the guy in the big house.
Big house.
He wasn't there when we met him.
Neither was I, actually.
You were too busy drinking
But
salt water.
because of the big house.
What big house?
That one, the big mansion house.
Is that prison code again?
The big
I'm
house.
not the one who said it. She is.
Yeah, I don't know if you two were talking in code. I was gone for a while.
Hey, it's this really weird guy that he. Amon got some trouble with him.
One of his servants ran into
That's
me
not
while
too
being beaten up,
That's only four.
and I assumed
Not
he
yet.
was attacking his servant. He said the servant stole bread from him, which I could tell was obviously a lie.
It did seem like it was a lie.
He didn't smell like bread.
No, there's also no bread on him, and it was obvious. That the
If he
man
stole
was
bread,
lying.
wouldn't he have eaten the bread? Isn't that
Eat
part
bread.
of the stealing, right? That's part of the.
It would be part of it, but he still didn't seem like the
Also,
man who
part
was
of the
stealing.
larceny. of bread.
What?
We're talking to Uncle Asma.
I mean,
About
it
two.
still doesn't seem like
Yeah,
any.
that one, so I
any
decided
other.
what happens.
The men still seem like it
No,
was
it's good.
obviously
Not
loud.
kidding.
I rolled very high on those rolls.
So on a scale of 1, let's say, to 20, how high would you have?
Like 19 after 19 after 19.
Wow.
How certain were you? And I also rolled fairly high, like more than 50. I don't remember what it was, but it was more than 50.
I know roll.
Almost all the rolls beat his perception, surprisingly.
And so
What did your druid sense tell you?
the druid sense told me that,
He's full of shit.
but and not shit that he turned into rose petals.
Ooh. Natural decomposition.
Yeah, not good stuff.
Earthy
So
aromas. Got it.
Actually, here's a question. Was his eyes brown?
Probably not.
So he wasn't close.
We can't visually see what's full of shit yet.
So yeah, it was just real suspicious, but I can't get any info on it yet.
I didn't
So-
find anything either.
How do we know this guy?
I don't know. It looks like it.
He ran into
Yes.
He
That's-
just ran into you.
No.
After chasing down a servant, yes.
Okay. Well, he didn't run into you like. You didn't like
Not
physically
physically.
touch. The first time that you used the term ran into you, he like actually ran into you.
The servant kind of ran into me.
Yeah.
Bumped into me, yes.
How you got thrown into?
It's a figure of speech. Do you not know what a figure of speech is
I thought that was
in this
wrong.
unlimited
Yes,
crowd?
Yes, but
world?
you're using a figure of speech literally, and then you're using it figuratively, and it's confusing.
I'm sorry you can't keep
Glitter
the two
Rainbow
straight.
disapproves.
Anyway,
So did
Glitter
we
Rainbow.
toast with our bacon and eggs?
Did you add
It
to
really
it?
sound like it.
She got those.
She
got
got the
toast.
toast.
She got your toast.
Yes, sir. What
We
the
need
hell?
toast.
Okay, he's looking at all the plates. How much toast?
Enough toast.
And
I'll leave that to your.
And some good jam.
3 loaves. What kind of jam? You people keep asking me for generic things.
Food.
I gave you meat.
More.
Very well. What about you? What kind of jam? Apple. fig?
Lingonberry.
Very well.
Alright, since I'm full from the good berry, I keep eating.
Those
I
things
feel
are
like
weird
overfull and I have to like vomit it back up.
Eventually, yes, you will. Oh my
It
god.
doesn't take up a lot of space. It has
Well,
the caloric
it's just
content
the
of a
feeling.
day.
It
It's
makes
not
you
actual.
feel it.
it's like you ate a
Or-
meal that's terrible for you.
It's
I thought like
de-
expands in
It's
there.
a dehydrated meal, so you put it in there.
I have
Just
it.
one big berry.
It just water bags up.
Oh, wow.
I feel full.
I have to poop.
Alright,
We all
so
know.
It's like that expanding foam you see.
That stuff's great.
alright, so you are brought more meat, you are brought 3 loaves of toast, full loaves, bread still sliced, but loaves, and you are brought your toast and berry jam.
You should be like, this is too much.
No.
No, he's about to argue for more, I guarantee
No.
it.
No.
He's going to trick the man to saying he has more bacon and eggs.
Are we just
No,
going to talk
no.
more about the food though? Because actually,
Yeah,
that's all that's happening.
Yeah,
This is RP.
Yeah.
This is
This
RP.
So at this point,
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Sparkle Pony's still sticking his head through the. So I'm going to.
Put the toast on the horn. That's why you wanted toast. That's why you wanted toast.
No jam. Yeah.
Yes, you may. Roll a d10 to see how many loaves you get before she.
No, not
finishes.
loaves. Just
Oh.
slices.
Well, excuse me. Slices were the
Little
word.
loaves.
Slices were the word I was looking for.
Does the radiant
Bring
keep
toss.
it warm?
I'm giving toast to Sparkle Pony.
Think ring toss.
3. Bonk. 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 So stuck on the horn.
What's your relationship with Glitter Rainbow?
Me? I like Sparkle Ponies.
Say acquaintances.
I mean, nothing like
Buddies?
like
We're in the same
Blue the
office.
Raptor.
We're in the same office.
Not in a loving way.
No, I mean celestial
4 or 5
ponies.
PM relationship.
Like, don't do it
Just
for
like,
me.
you know.
No, this is going to be one of those things. You excuse yourself to go to the restroom and come back,
Find out.
and you're going to see it. which is basically what we
Well,
were
that was
doing.
supposed
So now I ruined it. Damn it.
Damn it, Tom.
So
So,
so I'm predicting a couple of slices on the ground in
Yeah.
front of, and then 3.
Yep, on the horn.
Yeah, I think that's
Fair.
classic. So
Tom's picking up the missile, fighting the unicorn for it.
yeah. This one.
Should have been there when I found him. This isn't a human right.
Men said Tom with you. That was a great intro.
Seasoned correctly.
Not even seasoned.
Yeah.
mud.
Didn't you also eat zombies when we killed them?
Yes.
Oh god.
I
you guys.
also ate some cooking
That's-
mind flayers.
That's a
You did.
that's going to be a gassy
It always is.
Alright, so you all have had breakfast. It's been somewhat eventful.
Oh.
What?
I mean, you guys have to tell me what happened because, you know, I
Right
can't
on.
imagine it because
Here's-
there's no visual proof.
Alright, for your narration. As you continue to eat your breakfast, you look over and see Gilda Rainbow's gnawing at something on the floor. It's a piece of slice of bread. You look up.
Toast.
There are 3 pieces of toast stuck to her horn. She's eating this and fighting Tom for one of the other slices.
I
A little playful banter. It's just playful banter.
Come on!
cast some side eye. Cast some side eye.
I got a third level side eye.
To be fair, as soon as you said that, I was like, what's the. Oh, no. Looking at him sideways, okay.
Mango now
Okay.
rolls on disadvantage on anything to do with charisma.
I can
that's
see
fair.
Tom trying to put toast on his horns, but his horns are too big and he just fucking whips them.
He pushed it all the way down.
You have to just stop right there. You keep going. Each one just keeps ripping.
Need more toast. Finger trick.
I take the toast off of her horn and feed it to her. While giving side eye.
Okay.
Now, is that cantrip side eye? Because that could probably be cast at will.
Yeah.
All right, fair.
Hey, I didn't throw the toast on the horn.
She doesn't know who did it.
That's true. It's like glaring at everybody.
Back to this random weird person.
I don't know how that happened.
It's like when you're at a party, it's everyone's just feeding your dog shit, and you're like, I don't know what you've eaten today. Hopefully no one fed you poison.
I like that entire chocolate repertoire.
The dog liked the M&Ms.
Dogs have to eat a fair amount of chocolate for it to be poisoned.
Yes.
Unless it's
That's true.
liquid
My dog ate chocolate cake
cocoa,
was
I
fine
think is what does
next
more
day.
of it.
Yeah, for the chocolate.
It's like
Straight
I looked it
chocolate.
up. It's like a half a pound for 10 pounds or something.
Yeah, my dog ate an entire pack of like Cadbury eggs in like 10 seconds. Like foil and everything.
Sparkly little shats. Like the next day. Wow.
One time, I made a whole quart of blueberries,
Wow.
and she had blue poop.
Yes. Oh,
I
you're
just
part
have to
Smurf after all.
It was very funny.
I hope so.
Alright, so are you all going to continue to talk about INET?
About,
About INET?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Like,
about his blue poop.
That's fine. You can talk about blue poops out there because I have to give the room a hit for a minute.
oh. Wow.
I like
You
right
want
now.
us to go out? Yeah.
After we're done with this conversation, we'll take a break for a couple minutes.
No, that's fine.
And go grab my shoes and
It's either that or before combat with INET, if that's going to happen.
Right now. Right here.
Ding, ding, ding.
Unlock the door!
No, I'm good.
No, dog, I'm good. Right through the glass.
Strike check this shit.
Oh, thank you.
Nat 29.
You mean now what? They're gonna like stare at me. Alright, so after you are done at the church, getting your kind of things in order, go in to collect.
I'm not listening.
Get the fuck out. So get the fuck out. Your 3D printer is fine, I unplugged it.
Also got shoes.
Oh, you know those. Alright, so after you're done looking over the church, making sure everyone gets fed, you can hear a voice within your skulls. Not coming from anywhere, but you can clearly hear it.
Familiar voice.
Yes, it's Oblivious. Ah, my servant.
How's it going?
I see you are still dealing with mortal affairs.
Yeah, haven't gotten that promotion yet.
Unfortunately, things must be done to earn promotions. You are looking into the gate in the Colosseum, is this correct?
Yeah, and that guy wants us to look for it, but he seems pretty shady.
Explain, I'm sorry.
Who is it you're saying wants you to look at what?
The net wants us to look for it, but he seems pretty shady.
No, the Colosseum is a mere distraction. He wants more riches, as most dragons do. Tiamat's little friends like their shiny things. I am more concerned with the fact they're going to try to keep you from the gate. What you do with the dragon is up to you, of course. But I recommend, at least, opening the gate. The dragons themselves wish to kill them by all means, please. There could always be more chaos in the world, and they do not exactly exude lawful tendencies.
So far, they have not been very nice.
They have not. They're not nice to me either, even though they know the situation. Your companions, though, do worry. What would they do, given this arrangement?
Arrangement is
You and I.
Oh.
Yeah. So far, they seem quite content to move along, but at some point, I'm afraid they will find out.
I mean, we have a mutual goal. You're willing to help us out.
Be useful.
If the powers that be are the powers that be.
Fair enough. I would also warn you to be on the lookout for something shiny falling from the sky. It will be useful to what you need. I believe you already have the container for it.
The ring box, I'm assuming. Anything where? Anything like where?
Should be between where you are in the Colosseum, assuming the remnants of a personality figures out what they're doing.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can help with?
Got the sword, the strength. One more right there.
Oh my god, you're gonna keep trying, but
I just don't want strength. That's literally the only stat, like, I don't give a shit about.
-4? Yeah, I really don't care.
No, I don't use it. I don't need to be athletic. I'll be a fat rogue.
Rolling around, you don't want. Roll. Perhaps then it could be done to fix this.
Okay.
I do actually need to put the stats into anyway, so. If you I need you to acquire 10 pounds of salt for me. One location. And for me, it gives you this symbol in your head.
Where the salt is. Oh, the symbol.
Well,
that
he
you
wants
make.
the salt spread. Do that, and I will change this sword to benefit you.
Okay.
Excellent.
Just no questions from the table.
Yeah, I know he does. All right,
You got it, Bob.
Yes, sir.
Hold on.
Yep.
That conversation's done?
Yeah.
Alright, so after the church,
Yes.
I've got copies of his handwriting.
Okay.
I want to make up fake documents that show that he has been bribing officials and getting them to give him stuff and basically neglect the townsfolk for
Sleight of hand check for forgery. It's not performing now. It's not performing.
well, there's forgery kit,
Just do the forgery kit then.
but does that give me any other thing
It
with
should
it?
give you proficiency bonus with it.
But as in, it's just proficiency?
I thought it was proficiency plus modifier because you were. What's the number next to it? Does it have a number next to it?
No, it just gives you tools. It doesn't
Yeah.
give you numbers. It
That's
just
why.
says
Roll a
forgery.
sleight of hand check then. And we're
Okay.
letting you use your proficiency with that and all that.
Ooh, that's a good one. That is a 26.
Alright, so you're able to produce some of these orders.
Yeah, I want to implicate every single one of those people that
In the High Council?
I count any
Okay.
public official
Okay.
that is
Let
like,
me
in
note
charge
this.
of the department.
Let me note this
anything.
real quick.
Oh, and I guess I would ask him, is this a ritual that needs to be done in private, or is this
You
like...
said is in regards to the salt. No, just somewhere that won't be trampled quickly.
I just wanted to make sure, like, I can do it in my room, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's acceptable.
I didn't want to do it and then, like, you know, like Hellfire takes over the entire hotel or
No,
something.
no, no, this is something you'll see and should be aware of.
Okay.
Quite tight.
I'll wait till I'm actually attuned to this sort of deal, I guess.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I would know it does... Would I know it makes me stronger?
Yeah,
Okay.
that whole thing you would know.
I just feel beefier.
Yep. Feel tougher. Alright, so 10 pounds of salt to fix the sword. Bring it back.
Okay. Cool. It's warm in here.
It is.
Yes, what is it?
I don't know what everybody's bitching about.
Good job, Vermont.
I stay with my Fuck! I forgot people knew that. No, normally I don't wear a sweater.
I know. Must be cold for you.
No. No, I like.
You just want to be stylish this winter.
I wanted to. I had the fucking meeting with like.
You had a professional meeting, sir?
Yes, I even brought bagels for this. For it was slated
Who are you
for
trying to impress?
a vendor that we're paying to come in for some work, consultant work, to work with James and I on a system that only the two of us support. So, you know, just a fresh set of eyes to make, talk about best practices and are we using the system
Mhm.
effectively and things like that. Help with integration of another system that can tie into that. So, yeah, good times.
Anything that, like,
Okay. Alright.
Will came to see me today. He did not bring me coffee.
What the fuck? We've talked about that.
Oh,
This is not the
I know
first time that that's come up.
I know I need to come to Lorelei. I need to call Mary Dillon and you.
Yeah. And I have an assistant.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Jennifer.
I don't have her number though.
I mean, I just meant like you have to bring her coffee too.
All
I
right.
assume calling you would be a package deal for two people. Always.
All
Sorry
right.
to hear
So this conversation over with. Turn back. What are you looking forward to doing?
The four of us?
Yeah. You've had your discussion about it, and you're wandering back, correct?
Are you coming back?
once I
Well,
finish
we're-
what I do, if they haven't come to the church by then, I would.
So as you all are still arguing there, and you're feeding the last slice of bread to Glitter Rainbow, he walks in.
What?
But do before I leave, I need to put the fear of God of Mangle in these. And you know that they're doing a good job.
Had to
but
catch
if you don't
yourself there.
keep it up,
Performance check.
like things are going down.
Like you had to catch yourself there.
What? Fear of
Active
God.
fear of God. I mean Mangle.
Performance. It's a 27,
Yeah, they're all afraid of Mangle. Mangle will pound them into dirt.
but they should also love
Mangle
and
is
respect
is
Mangle.
not. Yeah.
If they fail to meet the obligations of feeding others and carrying on the hatred of dwarves, Mangle will pound them into dirt.
So this is
And
Testament.
protecting the church.
Okay.
So this is the Old New Testament.
Old Testament.
Yeah, just straight. Color assault. kind of
Like
shit.
old.
Straight up old
Sodom and
stuff.
Gomorrah will occur.
Yeah, like you made fun of that bald guy, so I'm listening to Bear to go
Eat you.
kill like 40 kids.
If you make friends with a dwarf who doesn't follow Mangleism, you will die.
You'll be turned
No,
into
I mean it's like humans have cows. What's the? No offense, Tom.
Huh?
What?
Right.
So,
Dude, I really, really like your character, by the way. I haven't said that on stream. I really like the whole. Yeah, that. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot.
when I get back, I would just ask y'all, because we haven't really had a good sit down about what we found about Annette and what we did yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm assuming y'all would just tell me what y'all talked about at breakfast kind of thing.
They threw fucking toast on my unicorn's horn.
It had goodberry jam on it.
There you go.
Who could have done that?
Yeah. There's
Who
only,
knows? Not it.
only 2 druids here. He said he didn't do it.
It's like your least favorite parent. There's only 2 of you, and he already fessed up, so it must have been you.
Yes.
But yeah, I would let y'all know that. I don't know. The more I look into this dude, the more something seems off.
I mean, we
I'm
agree.
glad we agree.
We just don't know what it is. Do you know what it is?
I think he's a part-time superhero.
What's a superhero?
Does he have a super suit?
Woman, where is
He
my
at
super
least
suit?
has a top secret layer.
With his underwear on the outside of his body?
Wait, I don't think
Where
Where is my super suit?
Is that another prison thing? Like, what is your deal?
Keystering your underwear is not wearing underwear.
That's not it. What?
Come on!
I cast mend.
You get fixture broken, so
I'll
Praise be Mango!
I'll just say that did not come out right. I don't know how it came out that way.
Jesus.
There was the line in you.
Completely on accident that time.
A likely story.
Yeah.
Doubt.
Yeah.
Insight
That's what
check. Insight check.
that is a 9.
That's a nat 20.
Alright, whatever. Whatever.
Hey, that's another wasted 20.
Uh-huh.
Dumbass.
Yes!
There's one of you those.
Look at the facts though.
Don't forget
Beats
those.
up bad guys. Has a lot of money. Has a secret lair.
This is a new day, so
Yep.
new lucky.
You lucky.
Yes.
Yeah, lucky
You
refresh.
should reset that.
I
You-
did a
you
long
long
rest.
rest,
Okay.
You should have
Excellent.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Reset my item.
That's 3 out of 3 for superhero.
Oh, I don't mean. Oh, wait, powers.
It's also 3
Yeah,
out of
equipment. I
3
can go through every time.
Supervillains don't beat up bad guys.
What bad guy did he beat up?
He beat up that dude that stole from him.
He was lying about that.
He was.
He wasn't lying about the stealing part.
He lied about stealing bread. That's lying about stealing.
Did you look at his mouth?
No, why
Look
would... Why?
Did you
I
give him
know.
the super sniffer about the bread?
Yeah.
Can't you distinguish between pumpernickel and sourdough?
We went over this.
No,
If you
I
steal
don't
bread,
know
you
why.
eat bread.
Or
Hide the evidence.
druid. There's the word.
Are you gonna sing me a song?
But like, everyone who's
Sing a
out
song
that.
of hard
And
steel
everyone's
on wood.
like,
Another steel.
He's got to maintain that.
what's his secret identity?
No.
Like
That's what we're
then
asking.
Sky self, Sky self. Yeah.
But you're making an argument that because he's like you, he's a superhero.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a secret layer, so like I can't. Man.
So is it just because he's a dude? He's a superhero? What about a super?
Hero.
Heroin.
That makes me think churro. Are you hungry again?
What your
A plate of churros is brought.
Who's paying the bill for this one?
Tom's mind is blown.
You got for all this?
Good.
Why are you laughing?
Tom's gonna try to pay his rations.
Tom, what happened to your money?
Money?
Yeah, what happened to all your money?
Gold.
The gold.
Gold?
Yeah.
I give. I trade.
What?
What'd you trade for?
Oh my
This
God.
sounds a lot like the situation
He
we're
wants
going
you to
for.
align mission neutral so
This sounds.
As I'm
So-
chewing on a churro.
I traded him several days of rations.
For how much gold?
For gold?
Yes.
For like
The same rations that we buy for copper?
He gave it up.
Can't eat trash.
Is that a prison thing? Jesus! What is up with you? Mend again!
You're sounding a lot like this Annette guy.
Oh.
Got a lot of money, take advantage of people,
Oh.
and I've seen you beat up some people that were bad.
Here we go.
Why are we going down
I'm
this path?
feeling off about you. Actually, you've been to jail, so I think the supervillain thing a little more close to heart.
You're having too much fun with this.
We're walking right into it.
Yeah, I know.
We're walking right into it.
This is getting dicey.
I put the churro down.
I'm still eating mine.
I assumed that nonetheless.
Glitter like sneaky.
Tom Sheriff.
We're fighting over toast earlier.
Hey, it was on the ground.
I'm,
What's up for
I'm
grabs?
not mad. I'm just disappointed. I thought you were
I
better.
knew it. I'm not mad.
What's going on here? I don't understand what's going on here.
I'm on.
He doesn't even see the error in his ways.
Tom, no.
I'm glad someone's confused with me.
Sorry, Tom. I'm gonna give Tom 50 gold. And I suggest that someone does at least the same.
Give Tom gold? I can do that. Can I
Like,
buy something soon?
wait.
Sounds like you should. Ooh.
Oh my god.
You should give
Tom,
him.
I'm legit giving
You
him
should
50 gold.
give him all the gold back minus
Thank you.
the actual value of the rations.
Fuck you.
I think he has that gold anymore because he
Yeah,
lost
you
something.
During the
Let it
whole
go.
sword thing.
You did.
Come on.
Have this maybe all the
Were
gold I
you
have?
that hard up for cash?
You see this axe?
Good
I mean,
axe.
is it a shiny new axe?
What?
Breaking Tom's heart.
He got tons of rations. I think he's happy with that.
Tom,
Careful.
money is important.
Forced alignment shifts are a thing here. Careful.
I'm still chaotic good. This is still I did this so I can get this axe. It's not going against my alignment.
Pretty self-serving.
I mean,
Self-serving is my own justice.
sometimes for the greater good. I mean,
Okay, Spock.
I mean,
Alright, so.
there's that.
So now that we're just wailing.
The fucking punching bag over here.
Before I'm on.
But yeah, no, we should definitely
Apparently
go
got
into
hurt.
this
Doesn't
guy.
even care.
Yeah, no, we're just all.
Like, what do you? Does anyone have any theories about him?
I told you my theory.
He's a super.
I haven't met him. I don't know.
Give him a solid 4 out of 10.
Should we all go meet him?
Not
Okay.
Taylor's. Can we just meet him?
Let's go meet him.
Where? Where would we meet him?
At the
At his house.
Coliseum.
At his house?
I thought no one was allowed in there.
No, they're not allowed past like a certain point in his house, right?
That's like
Yeah, they're allowed in his house.
that's like
I could-
lair actions. No.
That's, I was gonna
Why?
say that.
No, dog, I'm good.
I'm gonna go to. I have an idea.
Oh
You
boy.
all want to discuss?
Yeah.
Okay.
What if
I'm
I
gonna,
go to?
I'm gonna put you on break then.
Oh.
That works?
Bye.
I may or may not have an in to his house.
Oh.
deities nearby. Alright, so, while this discussion is going on, Mangle,
I would like to try to send one of the urchins that works at the establishment.
okay? The establishment of the hotel or the Church
Yeah,
of Mangle?
yeah,
Okay,
no,
hotel.
at the
Okay,
hotel.
okay.
To see if he can track down an item that would be used for like a horse. And I'm thinking something like horseshoes of the Zephyr.
Oh, she's Zephyr.
This was an item way back in the day.
It's still a thing.
I don't know.
It's in there.
Let's see, shall we? So I'm not familiar with these, but you guys don't do much with horseshoes. Horseshoes of speed, horseshoes of a Zephyr. Magic item.
Yeah.
Undersigned, very rare. These iron horseshoes come in a set of 4, with all 4 fixed to the hooves of a horse or similar creature. The creature moves normally while floating 4 inches above the ground. This fact means the creature cannot cross or stand above the solid or unstable surfaces such as water or lava. Creature leaves no tracks and ignores difficult terrain. Okay. You're looking
So
for-
I'd like to try and get some of those.
Okay. The individual will
And
go
see
out.
if what the price would be.
Okay. The individual will go out. I need you to roll a perception roll without your proficiency bonus.
7.
Nothing yet.
And that's fine.
They're still looking.
That's
You'll have
fine,
you
I'm-
roll again after the
That's
next arcane count.
that's cool.
Okay. So, what is everybody else up to? And their thoughts of dealing with that end?
I think we decided to go tell him there's a problem with his taxes.
Yeah.
in the church. I'll say.
Wait, do we really name up a church?
You may or may not have some business to attend to in the church.
Business.
But like, what if, like, we're pretty suspicious of him from FBI.
Are we?
Super villain.
You know.
He's a super villain. That's what we're
So
So we take him out of his element.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he's in the town with all the
What element's that?
That's
He
okay.
lives
in the town now.
He lives in the town.
Yeah, but he's not. Okay.
And you're right, but you're also wrong.
I mean,
Out of
maybe.
way.
I got you.
We're
Boo-boo.
not trying to fight him at the church.
Okay, I was like, this is
Like, we fight him at his house or like in his secret
Well,
cave.
Or in like the
I mean-
outskirts of town.
Odd layer actions.
I mean, a warehouse is like.
what are we gonna do when he's like, no, my taxes are good then? That's when I got this file.
I mean,
Oh, okay. See ya.
Yeah, sure, okay. Walks out. Well, that settles that. Mission accomplished.
Like I said, he's got business at the church. Let me
Okay.
go and talk to him.
Okay.
All right, so you all go to Inet's house. Is that correct? Is that what
Yeah,
we're
we're gonna send somebody to do it.
Okay.
I
You're
mean,
sending a messenger of some kind.
sure.
Okay.
Does that seem reasonable?
What is the message that's being conveyed to Inet?
hey, yo, bitch.
I don't think bitch ass is appropriate
We're not going to say
Not for completely
for
formal.
a
Not for super formal. If it had been a telegram or maybe a text message, you would have been fine. But
yo bitch
Is
ass.
it a
Stop.
singing telegram?
yeah, yeah. It's one of the ones from Harry Potter turns into the lips. And, hey yo, bitch ass!
I mean,
Howler.
yes.
I think we should just say like your presence is requested at the
Future Church of Mangle.
The future site of.
your presence is requested at what is it, the annex? What is it called currently?
Because I thought we built it at this point.
You have built it. It's still in the process of setting up everything to be fully operational.
So
Think
you-
of the structures there, but the staffing is.
So the building is there.
Yes, the staffing is
The
not.
future house of me.
Your presence is requested at the future house of Mangle to discuss a matter.
Who's going to roll persuasion against him?
Against the person or against?
Inet.
Well, I would tell him,
That's
Okay.
just going to determine whether you roll an advantage or not.
wink wink, I have your books, aka it's me.
Alright, so whoever's rolling may roll an advantage, but that's it.
Are you
Um,
persuasive? Because I sure the hell am.
My
I-
persuasion is +2.
That's where I'm at. On the charisma
On a
person?
scale of 1 to 20, I'm less than.
I have a negative number.
No.
Alright,
It's just.
Will, are you?
What's your persuasion?
+2.
Um,
I don't persuade, I intimidate.
on advantage?
Yep. No, so you're looking at what he got, at least the unmodified number. I don't know what it is. I can't see it from here.
It's like,
Admit that she doesn't want to admit it.
It's 17.
Okay.
Oh.
You're welcome.
I'm afraid to do this one.
What do you do next one, Christine?
Don't be afraid.
I'm aware. I'm aware of what needs to
Oh
happen.
God. Oh, this is the. Oh, fuck.
Burn!
I'm not gonna be able to do that.
He knows now.
Fuck. It
You
took
put it
me a
together.
second. Yeah, you got this, boo boo. Bam! Not that one!
This one is a 15.
15 plus?
No, 13 plus.
That's a modified 15. Well.
If I'm feeling lucky, do I get to roll them both again?
Oh, there's a question.
Well. On that note.
That means yes.
Oh no, I was looking this up.
I think technically you only get to roll.
Yeah.
You get to roll another die,
Yes.
and then you get to pick one you want. You
Fuck
want
a
to
bunch of
tap
that.
points or
Yeah.
That's not good.
If it would actually give you the spell. Yeah. They're searching for us.
Can I feel lucky for you so that you're unlucky so you have to roll again?
I believe.
Yes!
I believe
Yeah.
actually
Yes.
yes, you can.
Yes, you may.
should roll higher.
That's a 15.
What the fuck?
You still won't beat it.
You needed like a 2.
Yeah, let's say that. I got a really high number on that.
Fuck.
I feel lucky again.
So let's go for 8 coming.
Well,
I don't like
Well.
that dice.
Well, so much for that persuasion.
What is it? Is it a 12?
that's
Well.
12.
Well, fuck. Okay.
Plus a lot. Let's put it that way.
Fuck.
Dragon.
Yeah. That's why this is scary.
Well, I don't know what to do now, guys. You should have rolled because it would be deception.
You said persuasion though.
Would you like to attempt to deceive the dragon?
100%.
Very well. And my dice back.
No.
Oh, fine, thanks. You guys are the nicest people.
I didn't see
I'm
what-
happy.
I thought it was
Ah,
her.
you're fine. Just
Grumpy.
being salty. What did I say about the Dead Sea? Yeah, now it's really true.
Like, I don't live near the Dead Sea. Don't understand
You're
how you
forced
can
to.
suggest I have any influence on the Dead
Yeah, we'll go with that.
One.
Well, you have to
Okay,
get
it
into
doesn't
the
look like
So what it's saying is
One.
the Dead Sea, the saltiest
Sequel
place
to
on
mine.
earth. Right next to your
Okay.
head.
So now he will be meeting you. Where did you?
Oh, so much
meet?
influence.
I thought we were meeting at the church.
All right. So he will be attending the church.
So it's just thinking
A
about-
servant arrives
Yeah.
2 hours ahead of time. We'll say you all agreed on the meeting time.
Uh-huh.
Just to let you know he will be.
Thanks, friend.
Servant scurries off.
Hey,
So
servant.
Thanks, like.
yes,
How's your life?
I must be going. He expects me back. So runs off.
So much for that question. You tried.
All right. Yeah.
I don't even just like roll anything to try to convince him to talk to me. I can't roll persuasion.
No, the person. Part of the thing with persuasion, and it's to keep you from rolling on each other. If you really don't, the character really doesn't want to. Like you're not going to roll to make Amon be a follower of Asmodeus because Amon will never be a follower of Asmodeus. You can't. If you get a 20 and he gets a 1, if you get a 20 and he gets a 1, that can't. Ingrained in the character. It will
Same
not.
way you can't roll to seduce another player character
Correct.
and have really weird rapey situations.
Something upon would do.
Alright.
He knows from experience.
Talking about wiretap
That would be such a good idea.
makes it great.
What if you could like not the bathroom acting. that.
Excuse me, I'm a little confused.
Like, what if you could like?
Both nipples.
Oh, Nichols?
Gentlemen, now to the stage.
Just jealous you could never pull it off. You don't have the performance check. Alright. So,
Thank goodness.
say no, Christina can't look me in the eye, it's great. Alright, what were you saying?
That was
I
a
was
challenge.
saying that it would be funny if
Yeah.
there was a wiretap from here to the bathroom, so while you were in the bathroom, you could hear what was going on. Out here.
Blinders on.
Just
What?
take your phone with you and put it on Twitch.
It actually works the opposite way around. So here. So you can listen on everything.
That's why he
happening
keeps the speaker off in here.
Although she's already experienced that tragedy.
Whoa.
What?
Wearing a microphone to the bathroom.
Oh god, yeah. I did it one time when I was doing a presentation
JBB.
at JBB. I was mic'd, and I assumed it was going to work like the microphone
In the schools.
that we have in our classrooms, where when you like walk out of the room, it doesn't work in the room, like it doesn't transmit
Yeah.
to the room.
Yeah, infrared
And
as
that
opposed
is
to
not,
RF.
that is not how that works.
Right?
High range RF.
I wore that right into the bathroom.
Whoopsie. Alright, so.
It's fun times.
So yeah.
Holy shit.
Alright, so our goal here is to get Mengel to sniff him out to see if he's an actual dragon, so then we can go fuck him up at his house, not here, right?
So we can kill him to death.
I mean, wherever. I mean, honestly, Jason would prefer not to, to
Lair
deal with
action.
their actions and all those
Excited
shenanigans that.
Excited DM.
I mean, if he's a smart dragon, you're not leaving your lair.
I mean,
The city is his lair.
he's actually charismatic, and he's not going to fall for some silly pretend, summon from some jabroni that we found at the fucking hotel in whatever that we're staying at. Brothel, whatever it is. I missed the description of this
Past the
place.
deception.
He did.
I was supposed to be
Impressive.
I mean, not really at this point.
Shut the front door!
So pissed.
Shut the front door!
Yeah, the low roll is
Did
one.
you?
No.
No, he rolled deception.
Oh, fucking hell.
Beat him by one.
Woo!
Lowest I could possibly roll. Beat him by one.
You roll real low.
Well, I mean,
Oh, the show was modified.
7 bumps to 10, 10 bumps to 22.
It's simple math, really.
well, there's that.
I did
Alright.
make that argument though, that he should do that deception.
That's fair.
I didn't do it this time.
That is.
My girl.
That is. And
I'm getting better.
You are so cunning and crafty.
I'm getting good at this.
All right, so.
And by crafty, I don't mean macrame.
Do that too.
I have no doubt.
Well,
Tell Drew can. Tell
Maybe
Drew
bear
can.
this superhero.
Will
Yes.
saw my crafting skills today.
Whoa. Whoa.
We made candy canes.
You made candy canes. Does that
Made
mean you
candy cane
you
ornaments.
pulled them out of the box?
No, we like made candy cane ornaments with beads and pipe cleaners.
Oh, wow. That's
You're leaving out the best part, though. You told me.
But none of it was supposed to be a pattern, and none of the kids made it a pattern.
Yeah.
I like changed my newsletter and reprinted them because I read that we were making patterns and none of them are patterns.
that's okay. That's
Like we're working on fine motor skills.
yes.
Alright, so after the arrival of the servant sent by Annette, states that he will be arriving in 2 hours to discuss this tax mix-up.
He will be arriving in 2 hours. And where are we?
We're in the Church of Mangle.
So we're going to lay trap solar.
Hopefully.
Good question.
Again, we don't want to trap him here. We just want to find out.
Building is expensive, guys.
We're not. I don't think much sure what the official plan is.
A couple miles from his home in his church.
You're not far.
Yeah. Here we find him here. He still gets Slayer action.
Shut the... Don't help him! What the fuck?
fine that I found a fine that he owes for the health department.
I'm gonna.
I can
help.
write up a fine if you need a fine.
No, I just found one. I'm sure there's like a 5 gold
I'm gonna
fine
need an
or something.
investigation check.
This is gonna be good.
Well, somebody was all about the laws
Yeah.
in this town, and that may very well include tax laws. Respect the 20!
What'd you get? A 1?
A -1.
It's a net. Yeah, all you found is the health department owes him money.
Nah. Oh, okay.
That's
That's
tax-based
fine.
stuff.
I'm gonna take the money and I'm gonna give him the money.
Okay.
It's millions of platinum.
No. It's like 10 gold.
So it's a reimbursement.
Yeah, it's a reimbursement.
Good work.
And you could stress that it would certainly be worth his time.
A hefty reimbursement.
10
Yes.
gold.
Well, I mean, to the average citizen of this hamlet, it would probably be.
That's like when you get like $2,000 back on your taxes.
Technically, it's
Yeah.
hefty to an ant. It is a hefty. Like, this is weighty.
Alright, so what are you all
I mean, obviously, that's a lot of money to like Tom.
He can come and claim his untold riches.
I'm gonna.
Alright, so we're gonna say it took you
Hey,
about
just
30 minutes.
it's just a reversal from the first campaign, where I was the barbarian and gave all my gold to Drew.
That's true. That was
For one weapon.
all time. Alright, so we're gonna say that took you 30 minutes to do, find all that paperwork, get the money, claim
Yeah,
it.
sure. Whatever.
So you have 1 hour and 30 minutes until Annette arrives. Yes, he is within range of his lair. You spoiled it.
I'm sure this place isn't like on the other side of town.
I'm positive. Warehouse
I
is
mean-
at the base of the noble area we already
I don't want
established.
to just bought this church. I want to blow it up.
Yeah, but if we like can forge all his enough shit, we'll like be getting some untold riches from like the aforementioned lair.
Let's go find him at the lair. We just need
I go there 2 times.
need
I tell you about those
confirmation.
goals.
No, I mean-
He's a dragon.
Lair, no lair. Lair,
Oh, no, I'm
no
down
lair.
to no layer, but I'm
Yeah.
thoroughly
But
convinced
if-
the dragon is not leaving this
We do
layer.
both.
Well, it's part of dose.
Right on the line. Every now and then we switch.
If you force it past the line, it's
We're
part
fighting
of the special
outside and
combat.
chase him to his house.
Bert, why do you forsake us?
He just wants his full party here to destroy and stomp.
No. If we're not going to get around the lair action, so we might as well go to his place. That's going to have some type of enchantments to keep the place intact if he needs to go straight fire and brimstone. So, I think that's a safe assumption. So,
I'm not transparent, am I?
Put him down in his cave.
That's fair.
I'm
I'm real soft, guys. FYI.
You're
sorry.
squishy?
I'm real squishy.
Oh,
Hello, squishy.
I didn't understand what you were going with. Exactly.
I think you're better off than me, though.
I think all humans are kind of
Nice.
squishy.
No.
66.
Okay,
You
we're
have
both
an
pretty
11
squished.
AC though.
That is true. You
Well, that was,
You will get destroyed.
that was part of the reason I was asking if that dude had some, armor,
Destroy you.
so that we could, put some on you.
kill this dragon. Dragons
Probably
get
some
armor.
armor in there.
Probably
Just skin
make
him
him
alive.
into armor.
As long as he doesn't,
Turn to dust.
Avengers away from us again.
Ooh,
We'll be fine.
wow.
We'll be fine. There'll be Infinity Stone away,
Hashtag spoilers.
I think if that's the only
Hashtag
spoiler you
I'm
get
good.
out of this, it's probably good.
Alright, let's. Do we need to do anything else?
He
Fast
shows
forward?
up. Shows up.
I mean,
Alright.
Does Nank will find out he's a dragon.
I don't have anything
Cool.
to make a trap for it.
damn it. So,
So while we're waiting,
okay.
I'm gonna sit down and try to work on my equipment. Let's say
Dragon Slayer sword.
that's a good
Uh-huh.
thing for me.
Uh-huh.
Because when I came back, it was my armor was beat to shit. I'm dragging the sword.
for accepting responsibility.
I blame
I
Silverbeard.
got you. I tend to blame those fucking nasty gold dwarves.
So you did fight on rebellion. So, anyhow, I am going to need a check with this.
Survival.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I'm.
Go ahead and roll your survival check with your +8. I'm interested.
What?
You'll be shit. Go ahead and roll your check. Start working with your sword.
Oh, that's a modified 20.
Alright, so excellent. You are sharpening your sword, taking out the imperfections
Yeah.
and nicks from the various
Yeah,
combat
like-
that you ensued on Avalon and Arcade.
Because I'm just.
That good.
You know, I'm kind of oblivious to what's going on. Like, some fucking dude that, like, nobody really, like, is down with, but, I mean, everybody's kind of squabbling about, and, like, I haven't met him. I don't know. But it just smells like, I don't know, campfire?
Yeah,
Let's go
sulfur.
with.
Sulfur. Can't
Oh, that's considerably more,
Mhm.
yeah, distinct.
So, as he walks in, give me an active perception roll from everyone at the table, unless you are not paying attention upon his arrival. Tom.
Oh, mind.
Man walk in. Tom kill him.
Tom wasn't even looking in the right direction.
How high we gotta,
Tom's looking at the ceiling. Ceiling.
how high we gotta get?
Did you get it?
29.
What's
Succeeded, don't
Saw
worry.
everything happen.
Don't
13.
16?
Nope. You get
A 12.
no. Only you caught it. So he walks in very quickly. As he looks at Mangle. There's a bit of a. It's very quick. It's like a very annoyed glance of. "Argh."
Let's say bless you.
What does this say here?
No,
Can I say bless you in Draconic?
You may.
Because I saw he wrote in Draconic in his books.
Kind of looks at you. The scholar, I see.
Now, a question about that.
Yes.
Was that because I'm on the sword, or is that the whole fucking feast for the eyes?
That's the sword.
That's just the sword.
It's the smell off the sword. It's on you too, but not as.
Well, I would expect.
Yes. But
Yes.
more the sword. Sword.
But what kind of effect does the dragon scale armor give?
It's of a good. Your brass armor, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's okay with that.
Oh yeah, doesn't care that I
Yeah,
have a yeah okay.
Nice.
Sorry.
You know.
It's metallic.
I got you, boo.
Not really dragon.
Exactly. That is the arrogant part of it. So,
That's fair.
he looks at you. A scholar, I see. He implies that, of course, in Draconic. So if anyone here knows Draconic, you're catching that.
Nope.
Really?
I think Bert knows.
I was just saying, I think Drew knew it. Okay.
it.
Bert knew
So
that.
this sounds
I
like
knew
Dragon
Infernal.
Speak.
Yeah.
Men make weird noise.
It's called a sneeze, Tom.
Deception versus insight. Come on, Tom.
I believe him.
You believe it?
Wait,
You just
are you saying I made a weird noise, or
He made it. Well, I guess you two since spoke back in.
I would assume you're just talking about the like scoff you made and it's a sneeze.
No, I was talking about the Draconics.
So now every time Draconic happens,
You
bless
see?
you. Bless you.
corrects the dragon. Bless you. No. All
I
right.
don't
We
believe
believe
I have
him.
no reason to think he's deceiving me.
And what's your insight? Like negative what?
Hey, my insight is
4
+1.
minus 4.
I'm wise.
His
That's
antidote.
On your years.
You have to roll a nat 20 to beat my base deception. And even then, it doesn't technically beat it. You
No.
beat it because you roll a nat 20.
All right. So you. Scholar, I see. It's quick comment. All right. What does this say here about money owed to me?
Yeah, we realized that you had overpaid in some health
That's fine, yeah.
whatever. And so here I have 10 gold for you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. Anything, of course, I can do to help the health department. People need to be kept healthy and well.
Yes, absolutely. I completely agree.
Is there any other business to attend to, or may I return to my studies? Away from this warehouse.
I quickly message Mangle.
Super sailor. Clean smell. You know,
And then-
you know the rules.
Message him, this is the church you will be attending.
Ah. He replies back.
Yeah, you can reply to this message. Oh, he knows what's up.
Yeah.
So I stand up.
Is the sword always here? The half orc.
He's a god.
So I stand
So
up.
you get an issue with orcs.
Here we go. I know what you would go for it.
And I walk over.
Make your roll. You know where I'm going with it. Make your roll.
I would like to ask him if he has an issue with orcs right after you just sniff the fuck.
No, not the orcs. The smell of the sword.
It's metal, just like everything else.
So that's all still a message, right?
Hmm?
Lies.
What'd you get? You probably got it.
That's a 19.
You got it. You're well aware now.
No, I'm still advancing.
Okay.
Slowly.
With
I'm just
the
telling
sword
you your roll accepted. Your roll has beaten the DC, so.
oblivious to the fact that the sword is still in my hand.
Here we go. Here we go.
What is that?
You smell? I walk up to him.
Is it a smelly smell? It smells.
Getting closer and closer. It's getting stronger and stronger.
More. More. There are no more.
So I'm assuming that he's facing Raz.
Yes.
I'm behind him.
Never mind.
What?
Never mind.
No, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Don't worry, it's not a prison thing.
Yeah, don't
No,
worry,
it's
it's not on.
You can make
I,
most jokes and get away with it. Amon cannot make any jokes and get
So-
away with it.
so give me an idea of a description of this guy. Like how tall is
Regular medium builds, about we'll say 6 feet. He is wearing mostly double close, theming on red. He has red hair. His eyes seem to gleam almost a red in between their grayish tint.
Human, right?
Yep, human. Carries a staff. Seems to walk very authoritatively.
I think
Strong
someone's just
presence.
sitting off to the side somewhere, watching all this.
Got your description?
Yes. So I am larger than he is,
Yes.
and I sniff this fool the side and come right in the side of his face. Think Silence of the Lambs.
That's
Just
right,
creepy, like
Even the motion.
yes, that was fucking brilliant. Brilliant.
As soon as he does that is when I was like, I want to ask him if he has a problem with orcs. Because I was like, if anyone does that, it'd just be,
Response, no. This
Yeah.
Yep. This response. So.
So now I'm gonna be almost touching him with like leaning in so that the chest piece of the armor touching his shoulder.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be like, does man smell good?
I'm
No.
gonna be like Mangle.
Okay.
Be polite.
Can I get another active
Nikolai
perception
now.
check from everyone but Mangle?
Ooh.
You will get this regardless. You're close
This
enough.
is a scent now?
Okay.
I got a 26.
Yeah, no.
Proud of that.
21.
21. Alright, you all are aware the smell of sulfur is now getting to you. And he seems very angry that Mangle is getting closer to him. It's visible. Can I help you?
Stand up and have my hand ready on the axe.
Why do you smell like burnt matches?
This is improper. Ask people such questions about their personal lives.
When you step into my house.
Well done. You may have an inspiration point for that.
Times 3.
Well
It's
done.
not improper.
Then I will make my leave now.
Oh no.
Yes, indeed.
Please, you have business.
I have taken care of my business and I won't overstay my hospitality.
You take care of business every day.
Taking care of I would not wish to impose further upon your generous offerings as he starts to make towards the door.
Based on the smell, based on the perception roll, can I ascertain what this creature is?
Yes. It's an ancient dragon.
Wasn't expecting that A word.
Adult.
I was expecting a different A word.
Oh, adolescent? Oh, probably not.
But,
I mean, there's that.
Hey, just a minor detail. Just a few hundred more health points and abilities.
Health points and actions and shit. Way more.
A couple more swings with my axe.
I would just-
Yeah, we got this.
Tom has it. Tom's got it in the back. Amon.
Axe squad.
Amon. Follow Tom.
So,
I just searched it.
how far away from me is he at
He's
this
taking
point?
a step back to about 5 feet.
Not this far.
Yup.
So is he going towards the entrance?
Yup.
Because I'm like standing behind, just standing there.
Tom is looking awkward.
Primal savagery. No, I insist. You stay.
I must insist that I do not hinder your work further.
We all kind of see he's getting angrier and angrier.
The sword, right here.
As he flares, see a bit of brimstone. There's no DC check for that. I will be leaving.
Tony sneezed again.
In the middle of all this.
Tom said,
Bless you.
Tom, we practiced this. What did you say?
Fuck, I need a drink!
Alright, so the question here, I think you know where this is going.
Bless you.
Where go? You got 30 minutes till 10. You can curb stomp an ancient red dragon. In 30
I mean,
minutes.
I forgot how
Do we have to follow the rules?
Say the word.
You used to go.
I'm just really scared I'm gonna die.
That's okay.
You're preaching to the choir over here. I think his average breath damage is more than my life.
I think you're right. Also,
It is 91. Yep. He will wipe you out.
okay, I do have that. I do
Almost
have that.
fully
stuff.
kill me.
I have revivify. So.
There you go.
I think I do too, but
Problem is, you don't have a druid or a ranger.
Would you all like to hold this combat until Drew returns?
Freeze frame this exact moment. And it starts as soon as Drew walks in the door. Hey guys, what's going on in this threat?
Oh no, he will have been busy counting like loaves of bread or something. And
And
then,
he's gonna come
Oh,
strolling in
shit!
the front door.
Yeah.
hey guys, look, I got a bunch of.
Fuck y'all doing?
And he's gonna see me all fucking wolfed out. Close the door!
Don't let him out!
No, not sure.
Okay.
He'll buff out.
We will rebuild! And knocks a chair over. Do you all want to let him go away and fight him in his lair? I need to know what you're doing now. You have 30 minutes. Till 10. It's pretty tense, but you might be able to get out of it.
I mean, as long as it's not completely blocked off, it's going to keep walking out that door.
Correct. He's the only person in the way right now.
I think there's a good chance he could, like, swat you out. I mean,
Wham into a wall!
You get hit by a giant unseen tail somehow.
you might elbow your horns in the process. That's potentially a thing.
I need to know what's happening.
I mean,
Tom's always out for the fight, though. You gonna make Tom angry?
well,
It's an interesting aftercare, I can tell that.
if he swats you, I think there's a good chance that shit's gonna be on. So it really comes
Let's
down
come
to
back.
it really comes down to, are we gonna have a frightful presence?
Yeah.
To get Tom out of the way or not?
Mhm.
Because that's a that's a defense mechanism.
It is.
That
And
that
it would be,
doesn't
it would be all
necessarily-
of you. You're all within 120 feet of him.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I don't think the building's that large, right?
I
Yeah.
mean, it's smaller than this mat, so.
Small church. Why do you give make this a small church?
It's a warehouse. Decent sized building.
So like
In the town.
a Walmart distribution center kind of warehouse, like where it'll rain in like
big.
one end of the building and not in the
Excuse
other.
me, you mean Boeing's construction
Yeah.
facility in Colorado where it has clouds?
In the building.
Because it's so big. And the platforms move. So the plane moves.
Through the clouds.
In the weather phenomenon.
Seriously.
Inside the building. Yeah. That shit's crazy.
I'm not kidding.
No.
It's real.
That shit. Great.
I mean, I'm gonna be scared about this happening whenever it happens. So.
That's a good
Either
encounter. Just
Well, I mean, going from the DM's perspective, you could always go deal with the Coliseum and come back and do this.
But why
If
would-
that's something you want to do. But that one, and probably that one won't let it go. Especially if the fight starts for you.
why would we wait?
Exactly.
Okay.
You'll be fine. You won't die. Too much.
Oh, thank you. We'll see.
You would have said it, you get a level for the Coliseum.
I'm gonna level for this too.
You will! This is
Ain't lying.
completely true.
One of these levels is a lot closer
There are
to
actually
reach.
3 things on that board that will get you a level right now. So,
The
Which
boat
one?
at Coliseum.
no, that's at least 4 or 5 more sessions away, so no. Jeff, you can't do yet. But
Yeah.
Coliseum, the ring, and I know. Will each net you a level. Yeah, 3 levels. You're in
And one is ex- and
you're
one
in
is right in
mid-game
front of
point,
us.
You're tending towards end of game content.
And one of those levels is right in front of us.
Yep. Just need to know what I'm doing. Because I can take initiative rolls now and you can tell Drew, you can really fuck with him. Beginning of
God.
next session. Hey dude, I need you to roll initiative.
That would be fun.
Before we even start anything, before I ask where did you leave off, Drew, I need an initiative roll.
I think that would be fucking priceless.
What?
Is everybody gonna be here next week?
Everyone gonna be here?
Yeah.
Plan to.
Cool.
Don't forget this time.
I will remind you what day of the week it is. Alright, y'all want your initiative rolls now then?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright.
7 days straight.
Roll for initiative.
Watch me roll a 1.
Wait, I'm on advantage. Hi. So I'm not taking a 9.
No.
So I
You
am
are!
Yo, check it. 2 nat 20s. Wasted. Fucking initiative.
Alright.
What do you mean you need a dick? Yo, hold us back. Give me like 1.
It's another week to let
Yeah.
those fucking.
What is that?
For me, it's a 24. For Mataz, it's
Plenty of time for sacrifices to the luck gods.
Yep. Alright, Zan, what'd you get?
I got a 5 and
For the rainbow?
Glitter Rainbow got a 3.
Alrighty then. Tom.
I'm not going
Bad night
last.
for me.
I rolled a
Come
7.
Dear God, man.
Maybe the dragon will roll a 1.
I've already rolled for the dragon, don't worry.
That's a no.
Before you walk out
25.
here.
Wow.
Yeah. Alright, so now I make the next session. Go ahead and make that session page.
So-
Session
so-
3.2.36.
Quick question.
Begin with your rolling for initiative.
Since yes, we have initiative rolled. Can I get a surprise on the fucking?
Are you going to be the one initiating combat? You're going to just charge him? That's what I'm gathering. out of this.
I mean,
You're just gonna go at him.
Backstab him.
no,
Just walking toward the door.
no,
Yeah.
he's
Well,
he's backing up.
Yeah. Explain to me what you would do
So
to get
my
the surprise.
plan was to cast another spell and then rush in.
And you want the spell as your surprise?
Yeah,
Very well. I'm noting it now. Spell is surprise. What is the spell?
you want it now
No. We'll
because
save it.
that would kind of
We'll save it. Yeah.
that would ruin the surprise.
Yes, we'll
That
save
wouldn't
it.
it?
We'll save it.
Find out next time on Roll for Suffering.
Very well. So that is where we'll end off. Because
Brought to you by Rest in Peace player characters.